Hi, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome to Rhodes Stadium in Katy, and welcome to the second round of the playoffs on VypeFortBend.com. I'm Roger Smith, and it's a good Friday night here. I hope it's a great Friday night wherever you are. And we have the Ridgepoint Panthers taking on the Cy-Fair Bobcats. Ridgepoint coming off a win over Seven Lakes last week. 35-7 was the final score in that one, and they improved to 10-1 on the season with that victory. They're taking on a Cy-Fair team that every single year seems to be a tough out in the playoffs. In 2018, the Cy-Fair Bobcats were state champions, and we're going to tell you more about the path to this game for both teams when we continue on the Countdown to Kickoff show. This VypeFortBend.com presentation of Ridgepoint Panther playoff football is brought to you by Xfinity, the future of awesome. By First Tire and Automotive, with 4 great locations in Fort Bend County for the best prices on tires and everything else your vehicle needs to run at its very best. Visit FirstTireandAuto.com. By Archer Volkswagen on the Southwest Freeway just inside the Sam Houston Tollway. They've been open since 1956 and they're ready to serve you. You'll feel like family when you're at Archer Volkswagen. And by the Needville Insurance Agency. You'll get the very best rate on your car and home insurance when you put the Needville Insurance Agency to work for you. Bradley Stavanaugh and his team shop dozens of carriers, so you pay the lowest premium possible. Call them at 979-793-7411 or go to needvilleinsurance.com. We'll step aside and be back, and you'll meet the guy who's going to referee tonight's game on VypeFortBend.com.
Receiver number 8, Marvin Session, and wide receiver number.
Hello fans, this is Bradley Stavanaugh with Needville Insurance. We know Fort Bend County. I'm a 4th generation resident of Fort Bend. I'm your local, hometown, trusted agent. With over 30 carriers and 9 auto insurance carriers, we shop the insurance for you. We know insurance is hard. We know it's complicated. We make it easy for you. We have Spanish speakers here available for you. Call us at 979-793-7411 or needvilleinsurance.com. Once again, call us 979-793-7411.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
First Tire and Automotive heard you were thinking of starting your holiday shopping earlier this year, so the season of giving starts now. $15 off oil changes, $100 off 4 tires, and save on just about any service. Head to the website FirstTireandAuto.com and claim your savings. First Tire and Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointments today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. FirstTireandAuto.com.
Welcome back to Katy Rhodes Stadium. We're about to get it underway. The game between Ridgepoint and Cy-Fair, second round of the playoffs on VypeFortBend.com. And here to introduce himself and the rest of our officiating crew is our referee.
Kevin Upham, referee. Umpire Earl Bennett. Head linesman Tony Jackson. Line judge Omar Sagato. Back judge Justin Irvin. Field judge Michael Collins. Side judge Chris Rogers.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Upham. You did a great job. You did it off the top of your head. You know, he didn't have a card or anything. It's like working without a net.
Hello, I'm Gary Horn with Horn Solutions. We agree with energy analysts that the energy market has stabilized. We anticipate significant merger and acquisition activity. Good resources are scarce. Horn Solutions is positioned to assist you in accounting, finance, IT, and supply chain. Our staff can assist you with outsourcing, or we can supply you with resources to join your staff. Visit hornsolutions.net for details.
Gary Horn is a highly successful businessman who has made a huge impact in people's lives, and he loves what he does for a living. That's a big reason why Gary Horn and Horn Solutions support Get a Great Gig. Get a Great Gig is a free job search consultation service that will help you find a job you love, whether it's to make more money or get personal fulfillment in the career of your choice. Email
Welcome
them
back
at
to the Countdown to Kickoff
getaGreatGig@gmail.com
show, and it's time to visit
or
with
on
Rick
Twitter
LeFevers
at
as Rich Point gets ready to take on Cy Fair. First of all, I wanted to ask you, whenever... Welcome back to the Countdown to Kickoff show, and it's time to visit with Rick LeFevers as Ridge Point gets ready to take on Cy Fair. First of all, I wanted to ask you, whenever your opponent has to get ready for your offense, they have to be ready for Bert Emanuel Jr. He has a very unique package of talents. I mean, there's so many different things he can do. Is there somebody on the Cy Fair offense that you really feel like you need to at least control in order to get the victory tonight?
Again, they have a very good quarterback as well as a young kid. But he's been kind of the captain of their ship, and they'll get in some wildcat. They really do a good job. They give you a lot of formations, a lot of motions, and really tough to prepare for. They're very physical. So I wouldn't say it's necessarily just one guy, but we need to be able to stop the run and then limit the explosives, the big plays, and don't let anything over the top.
My way of looking at it, I've never been a coach. There, you and your staff have forgotten way more than I will ever know, and that kind of leads me up to this question. It looks to me like your team has not played anywhere near its best football, what I believe to be their capability. Do you believe that's true? And are we going to be seeing it maybe starting tonight? Get out your crystal ball.
Yeah. No, I hope so. That's always the goal, and they know I coach them hard, and even when we're up by multiple scores or whatever, I'm still chewing on them and demanding their best. And as long as we're 1 point victory, I'll take it. But we're again striving to. I agree with you. I don't think we've played our best, and just don't know when it's coming. But I want to make sure that I'm holding the kids accountable and they're holding each other accountable to get to that point.
And sometimes it's 6 one way, half a dozen the other. You're saying we just haven't played our best football. Well, that's better than having peaked. And if your best football is behind you, any key for you offensively that you need to do tonight against an always amazingly disciplined Cy Fair defense? They have that kind of defense every year.
Just be patient. They do a great job on defense and stopping the run. We need to establish the run, and just know that we're not going to get it in chunks. Like maybe we have in the past, and to be patient, but continue to move the chains and be okay. 3 yards is good, 4 yards is good. We don't have to always have the bomb, but at the same time, we are an explosive offense and kind of lived off that, and so we need to be able to be explosive as well tonight.
All right, very good. Thank you so much, Coach LeFevers. Your team's looked great, and we look forward to seeing what they can do as the playoffs continue to unfold for us.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, this is VypeFortBend.com. We'll be right back, and you'll meet the man who is leading the officiating crew when we come back on VypeFortBend.com Countdown to Kickoff show.
You work hard, so you deserve the good things in life, like getting an amazing deal on awesome internet. That's why there's never been a better time to switch to Xfinity. Get the fast and reliable internet you deserve for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. And for the first time ever, ask how to get 12 times the speed for the same internet price when you add Xfinity Mobile. Just imagine. Faster downloads, more streaming, the possibilities are endless. That's more speed and more value for the same price. Oh yeah, and for a limited time, ask how to get $300 back. So what are you waiting for? Sign up now, because you deserve awesome internet. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay, ends 11/21/21. Restrictions apply. New Connect Internet 50 megabits per second customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra, and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply.
Hello, I'm Gary Horn with Horn Solutions. We agree with energy analysts that the energy market has stabilized. We anticipate significant merger and acquisition activity. Good resources are scarce. Horn Solutions is positioned to assist you in accounting, finance, IT, and supply chain. Our staff can assist you with outsourcing, or we can supply you with resources to join your staff. Visit hornsolutions.net for details.
Gary Horn is a highly successful businessman who has made a huge impact in people's lives, and he loves what he does for a living. That's a big reason why Gary Horn and Horn Solutions support Get a Great Gig. Get a Great Gig is a free job search consultation service that will help you find a job you love, whether it's to make more money or get personal fulfillment in the career of your choice. Email them at getagreatgig@gmail.com or on Twitter at getgreatgigs.
You are the master of the moment. And we mean everything. We take care of you, so you can take care of business. Office Depot Office Max. Taking care of business.
All of us love sports, but not all sports are created equal. College sports have big budgets, dedicated alumni networks, and corporate sponsorships. Professional sports have even deeper pockets, millionaire owners, lucrative TV and radio deals, and merchandise sales. High school sports have you. Everyone agrees high school sports give us plenty of reasons to cheer. And now's a great time for us to give back. Supporting your hometown high school won't cost you much, but it will go a long way to ensuring the games we love the most are here to stay. Texas high school sports. They're good for our kids, good for our community, and best of all, they're good for you.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Fans, don't miss the UIL Football State Championship starting Wednesday, December 15th at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Ticket information and more can be found at uiltexas.org. We'll be right back at Rhodes Stadium, Ridge Point taking on Cy-Fair in round 2 of the playoffs. Roger Smith with you on VypeFortBend.com, and we will be back with the opening kickoff right after this.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
You work hard, so you deserve the good things in life, like getting an amazing deal on awesome internet. That's why there's never been a better time to switch to Xfinity. Get the fast and reliable internet you deserve for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. And for the first time ever, ask how to get 12 times the speed for the same internet price when you add Xfinity Mobile. Just imagine. Faster downloads, more streaming, the possibilities are endless. That's more speed and more value for the same price. Oh yeah, and for a limited time, ask how to get $300 back. So what are you waiting for? Sign up now, because you deserve awesome internet. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay, ends 11/21/21. Restrictions apply. New Connect Internet 50 megabits per second customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra, and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply.
Are you ready?
Ready for anything. For what life throws at you, at your kids.
Are they ready to study, research, write papers?
To do all the amazing things they don't even know they're capable of yet.
Internet Essentials from Comcast brings affordable, high-speed internet to your home for only $9.95 a month. Now available to low-income households eligible for public assistance programs like Medicaid, the National School Lunch Program, SNAP, housing assistance, and others. Visit InternetEssentials.com to apply. No credit check, contract, or installation fee. Taxes, extra restrictions apply.
Hello fans, this is Bradley Stavanaugh with Needville Insurance. We know Fort Bend County. I'm a 4th generation resident of Fort Bend. I'm your local, hometown, trusted agent. With over 30 carriers and 9 auto insurance carriers, we shop the insurance for you. We know insurance is hard. We know it's complicated. We make it easy for you. We have Spanish speakers here available for you. Call us at 979-793-7411 or needvilleinsurance.com. Once again, call us 979-793-7411.
Okay, we have a few dance team members on the field, and of course the color guard is marching off. We just had a great rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner by Terrence Alexander, wearing number 79 tonight for the Ridgepoint Panthers, who are wearing their all-purple uniforms, jersey tops and pants. They have their white helmets with the purple Panther logo on the right side and their jersey number on the left, and they also have names on the backs of their jerseys. The visiting team is the Cy-Fair Bobcats, and they come out of here as the champions. Well, hold on just a second. By the way, I had to hold off there for a moment because everybody here in the stadium was doing something that really should be something that's done as a matter of course, and that is waiting until the color guard has completely left the field before you start cheering and getting ready for the football game in the usual loud way. So that's what everybody here did, and I really commend them for that. So now it's time for the captains to go out there. First of all, for Cy-Fair, we have Lamont Henry, also Hunter Warren, one of their injured players, Aaron Padron, and let me get a look at the last one. That is Ryan Worth, the senior defensive back. For the Ridgepoint Panthers, you've got Deshaun Shashery, also Marvin Session, Jack Ream, and also Dylan Vaughn. So as you probably heard our referee Kevin Upham say, Cy-Fair won the toss but deferred, so Ridgepoint will get the football first, and they will receive at the north end of Rhodes Stadium here in Katy. Right over there to our left, a little bit north of where we are, is Legacy Stadium, and the Hightower Hurricanes are playing their playoff game against Georgetown, and we'll keep you up to date on that one as we continue throughout the evening. And the Ridgepoint offense will be the first ones on the field, and we can look for certain Cy-Fair Bobcats on defense who have starred for them this year. Ethan Anderson, junior linebacker. Brock Green, a defensive back, also a junior. Justin Vaughn, a junior, wears number 48, and he is a defensive end. And Nick Martinez, also on the defensive line for the Bobcats. And if you like history lessons, 3 years ago on this very field in the second round of the playoffs, Cy-Fair shut out Ridgepoint. It was a very difficult day, and it wasn't a true reflection of how good a team Ridgepoint was because they had their starting quarterback, Will Pendergrass, get his collarbone broken in a playoff game the week before against Seven Lakes. Their second team quarterback was also injured, so a sophomore with no varsity experience named Parker Menifee, who, by the way, turned out to be a great all-around athlete, both in football and baseball for Ridgepoint. He was pressed into service, and he was playing quarterback against a brutally good Cy-Fair defense. Incredibly disciplined, and that team went on to win a state championship in Class 6A Division II for Coach Ed Pujovsky, and their coach now is Jeff Miller. Teeing it up to kick it off is Danny Bahena, their senior kicker, and his fourth quarter field goal last week against Lamar was the margin of victory. Everybody on their feet getting ready for the kickoff, and it is in the air. Marvin Session deep to receive it. Also Mason Dossett, but Dossett watches Lahaina's kick fly into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. So the Ridgepoint Panther offense has had a hallmark this year, and it's kind of troubling for the opposition, but it's a little bit troubling for Ridgepoint at times. There are times when their offense will look bad for several plays, and then because of their great ability, and especially the trigger man, Bert Emanuel Jr., the starting quarterback, they will be able to pull off a big play that makes up for a couple that weren't executed perfectly. So here we go, from the 25-yard line, middle of the field, going left to right. Bert Emanuel Jr. Play fake, and he throws deep down the middle on the post, looking for Marvin Session, and the pass is knocked away, incomplete. Alex Dunnigan on the play. He had an interception and ran it a long way to set up one of Cy-Fair's touchdowns against Lamar. So that was a deep post pattern, and I think that Session was open a little bit, but the ball was not quite as far to the middle of the field as he was looking for. He kind of had to adjust his path to be there for the ball, and when he did, Dunnigan caught up with him. 2nd down and 10 for the Panthers. Pistol formation. Ezel Jolly is behind Bert Emanuel Jr., and there's movement on the right side of the Panther line. It's going to be a false start. Peyton Farmer moving, and that'll set up a 2nd down and 15. 35-7 was the score last week when Ridgepoint beat Seven Lakes. And Cy-Fair won its playoff opener by 16-14 over Houston Lamar. Emanuel with 2 wide receivers to his left and 1 to his right. Right up the middle, Ezel Jolly, big gain and a 1st down across the 35. That's a pickup of 18 yards, and it moves the sticks. That's a 1st down. Think of First Tire and Automotive for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttireandauto.com. On 1st and 10 from the 38, there goes Jolly off left tackle, breaks tackles at the line of scrimmage, keeps on going, takes it across the 50. He's in Bobcat territory. That's another big gain, 13 yards on that one, and it moves the sticks again. So other than that false start, the execution here in the very early going has been very sharp. Charlo is the wide receiver in the slot on the left side. Wilson Batiste is the widest receiver over there, and Marvin Session, the wide receiver on the right. And they give it to Jolly again. Straight up the middle they go. That's a shorter gain. 2 yards picked up. Filling the hole, Nick Martinez of the Cy-Fair Bobcats, and now it looks like Ridgepoint might want to play a little bit faster. By the way, folks, I don't know what you've been doing over the last couple of hours, but the traffic out there is awful, and as a result, the Ridgepoint band is only just now arriving. I wanted to bring you the trash-talking cheerleaders segment in the Countdown to Kickoff show, but they didn't get here on time either. There goes Jolly up the middle, and he's really pushing forward, picking up 4 yards to the 44-yard line of Cy-Fair, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 4 yards to go. James Lee made that tackle for the Cy-Fair Bobcats. Correction, he's an offensive lineman. Not sure about who made the tackle on that last play. Sorry about that. On 3rd and 4, Emanuel looks to the right sideline, and it's too tall for Marvin Session. He was reaching for it as he flew past the sideline. Dunnigan on the coverage. And it's going to be 4th down and 4 for the Panthers, who usually are not shy about going for it. And it looks like that's what they intend to do right here. It's really refreshing when a head coach and his personality, the personality that leads to certain play calls at certain times. Well, Rick LaFlavor's personality does not change in the playoffs. He will be as wide open with his offense as he ordinarily would, even if it was a September game. And it's going to be a quick kick by Emanuel. Nobody back there for Cy-Fair. The ball rolls inside the 10-yard line, still going. It's going to get inside the 5. And it will stop at the 3-yard line.
Kick will be down at the 3-yard line for the Bobcats.
So I'm trying to think, I broadcast a lot of Fort Bend games. And I know that several other teams in Fort Bend ISD will use that quick kick. They'll make it look like they're going to go for it on 4th down, and yet they won't. So I'm trying to remember if I've seen Ridge Point do that this year, and I'm really not sure that I have. But if they haven't and they're doing it for the first time, it's kind of a show of respect for this Cy-Fair defense. And on 1st down, the Bobcats try to run it up the middle.
20 Buckley on the carry.
Not much yardage there. They handed the ball off to Braden Knott.
Made by number 15, Wally.
And Braden Knott, and I think the public address announcer called him Bucky for some reason. But he limps off. He had some kind of injury to his right leg on that carry for 2 yards. It's 2nd down and 8 for Cy-Fair. Their quarterback, Trey Owens. He is standing in the end zone in the pistol formation. And the running back behind him is Javon Buckley. There's the snap. Owens lets it go. And the pass is down and away, incomplete. He was trying, a little route that was part down and out and part a stop route. And the intended receiver was Sebastian Villarreal. So that means it'll be 3rd and 8 for Ridge Point, and we'll see if they dial up some kind of aggressive defense right here. The defensive coordinator for the Panthers is Cedric Allen. Panthers come into this game with a record of 10-1. No score with 8:49 to go in this first quarter, and Owens drops back, looking for someone, and simply throws it away, and Ridge Point had everything covered. The quote-unquote intended receiver was sophomore wide receiver Owen Carter, but he was covered up completely. Ryan Ramey and the entire Ridge Point defense was just all over that. Now Cy-Fair will punt it out of their end zone. You've got Wilson Batiste between the hash marks and over on the left near the numbers. I guess I should say on the far side of the field to Ridge Point's left. You have Marvin Session close to the numbers. Cy-Fair's got to have a good snap here. The line of scrimmage is the 5. And the punt is in the air. And Session runs back and takes it at his 42. Reroutes himself, gets across the 40, tries to hurdle a man. It's a very short return of only 4 yards. Going low to trip him up, Zach Green, sophomore linebacker, a good-looking football player. We know that Xfinity is the future of awesome, and we believe sophomore linebacker Zach Green has an awesome future for the Cy-Fair Bobcats. So Ridge Point gets it for the second time. The line of scrimmage is the 38 of Cy-Fair. No score. We've got 8:31 to go here in quarter number 1. Second round playoff game. B.J. Emanuel sending Ezel Jolly in motion, goes behind him, now reroutes himself, and it's going to be an Emanuel keeper over the left side. Gets outside the numbers, moves toward the sideline, and he's always seems to do. He avoids any kind of brutal hit, and I believe they give him a 7-yard gain on that one. He stepped out a little bit earlier, make it a 6-yard pickup. So now you're going to hear 2 bands because the Ridge Point band is finally here. By the way, we're going to give you updates on the Ridge Point volleyball team tonight. They're in a state semifinal against Fort Worth Keller. We'll do that when we can. 2nd down and 4 for the Ridge Point Panthers. Second play of the drive. Emanuel claps his hands together, looks to the far sideline. He's got an incomplete pass. It was right on the money to Wilson Batiste, and he simply dropped it. So that'll set up a 3rd down and 4. And one thing that Coach LaFavor said that the Panthers offense has to do is to understand that tonight they might not be able to get some of those big gainers, or at least as many of them as they typically do. Big gainers, I mean like 20-plus yards. So they have to be patient on the plays that don't work. Emanuel on 3rd down throws, a little comeback route. There's Batiste. He went right back to the receiver who dropped it on the previous play. He gets a 1st down at the 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 10. That's a first down. Think of First Tire and Automotive. For all your car care needs, check them out at firsttireandauto.com. Ridgepoint on the left hash mark, moving from left to right in this first quarter. Scoreless. We're underneath the 8-minute mark in the first quarter. Ridgepoint offense looks like it's going to use just about all of the play clock here. It's at 5 seconds. Emmanuel gets it snapped, hands it off to Jolly. Great moves, finding daylight, slithering through crevices and picking up 6.
Down at the 17-yard line. 31 on the tackle.
Ezel Jolly has usually started games at quarterback, and Ezel is a junior. They've also used Mason Dossett about the same amount of plays. At some point in the game, they'll bring in Dossett for a while, and they'll probably go back to Jolly if they follow their pattern. There goes Emmanuel up the middle, 10-5, touchdown, Bert Emmanuel, straight up the left hash marks. And there were tacklers there, but as usual, he makes them look like they're wearing cement shoes. He accelerates quickly into the end zone for a touchdown for Ridgepoint. That is an Archer Volkswagen touchdown scoring drive that covered 38 yards, capped off by the run up the middle by quarterback Bert Emmanuel, and it only took 1 minute and 30 seconds, took 5 plays. Austin Bowen comes on, adds the extra point. Ridgepoint now leads it 7-0. This is VypeFortBend.com.
You work hard, so you deserve the good things in life, like getting an amazing deal on awesome internet. That's why there's never been a better time to switch to Xfinity. Get the fast and reliable internet you deserve for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. And for the first time ever, ask how to get 12 times the speed for the same internet price when you add Xfinity Mobile. Just imagine. Faster downloads, more streaming, the possibilities are endless. That's more speed and more value for the same price. Oh yeah, and for a limited time, ask how to get $300 back. So what are you waiting for? Sign up now, because you deserve awesome internet. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay, ends 11/21/21. Restrictions apply. New Connect Internet 50 megabits per second customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra, and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply.
Austin Bowen kicks off. It's a rather short kick, and it's taken near the 35-yard line. A fair catch made. And there's a flag that comes in, and I'm not sure whether it's going to be a penalty on Owen Carter, who caught the football for running with it, or on a Cy-Fair blocker who hit a Ridgepoint player, I'm going to say unnecessarily, because it was a fair catch. But I'm afraid that it might be one of those cases where Ridgepoint did not give Owen Carter enough room to catch the football, and that might be a penalty against the Panthers. Well, it is against Cy-Fair, and so that backs it up to the 30.
He marked at the 30 for a knockout.
Cy-Fair from its own 30. And the quarterback, Owens, turning around and talking to his running back, fakes the handoff, looks way down the field, still hasn't gotten rid of it, throws late, and it's incomplete, but a flag flies in. He was looking for Owen Carter. There were lots of Ridgepoint defenders there, but I didn't see any contact. There might have been a little bit of holding. One thing that I can already see Trey Owens is very good at is biding time in the passing pocket. Okay, it is holding on the defense. That's Deshaun Shashery, one of the captains. And you know that does give Cy-Fair an automatic first down, but I'll tell you what, you know, sometimes it's better to hold and give up a penalty and an automatic first down than it is to give up a big play, if not a touchdown. And now it's the Wildcat formation for the Bobcats. And they run it to the left, and it's a gain of only about 2. Landon Arrington, who is he's a big dude. He's listed as a wide receiver, but he's one of those guys that looks like they would be very effective in short yardage situations. Very, very compactly built, but there's a lot there. But it is only a 2-yard gain, dropped on the play by Dalton Plitt rather. Sorry, 2nd down and 8. Owens is under center, and he was kind of doing the head bob hard count to try and draw off the Ridgepoint defense on 2nd down and 8. 7-0 Ridgepoint is our score. 6:13 to go in quarter number 1. Owens with one running back behind him. He drops back, throws near the sideline, and the pass is incomplete. I think it might have been tipped at the line. Kyle Chambers was the intended receiver, and he's a short fella, and the pass was a little too tall. And James Eaglin, by the way, very gifted nose tackle. I'm going to say defensive tackle. He really doesn't line up for Ridgepoint right over the opposing center. But he's one of those big guys that really moves well, and I think he got a hand on that pass, which is probably why it fluttered away incomplete. Owens throws to the right sideline, and that pass just a bit off target. Trying to get it to Owen Carter on a very quick down and out. Ryan Ramey right there, and it falls incomplete, and the Ridgepoint defense is playing lights out thus far. They force a 2nd consecutive punt. And for the Bobcats, their punter is that big, beefy runner, Landon Arrington. Only one guy back for Ridgepoint, and that is Marvin Session. He's on the near hash mark. Arrington waits for the snap, and he gets it in the air. It's a wobbly kick that goes toward the far sideline, a long way from Session. No way he could return it. And, well, that's going to be that. 32-yard punt with no return by Arrington, and Ridgepoint gets the ball back with 5:55 to go in quarter number 1. By the way, sometimes when I go silent, since I'm working solo here, I occasionally will be trying to determine, well, hold on. Back to live action, up the middle, there goes Jolly. And it's been great blocking up front for the Panthers as they've consistently gained yards. And that one, another pickup of 6 by Ezel Jolly. But what I was trying to explain to you is I got to do everything myself, since sometimes I have to look down in order to do something. But I got some great news from Legacy Stadium, which is just to our left. By the way, there is an injury to one of the Ridgepoint Panthers. Seated is offensive lineman Xavier Myers, but he's now standing up, and the training staff is helping him off. And Jeff Arsenault and his training crew do a great job for Ridgepoint. And correction, I misidentified the player. It's not 57, it is 67, Ronald Morrison. Morrison is now walking normally as he gets close to the sideline. Okay, so at halftime at Legacy Stadium, just a few hundred feet north of us to our left, the Hightower Hurricanes lead Georgetown 32-15 in round 2 of their Class 5A Division I playoff game. Hightower 32, Georgetown 15 at the half. Ridgepoint with 3 receivers on the left side of the formation. Emmanuel looks at Jolly, who had gone in motion, and then he gets sacked. Cy-Fair coming on a blitz, and a little bit late to recognize it, and B.J. Emmanuel wrapped up by Cole Link. L-E-N-K, Link. So I'm not sure that I've seen Ridgepoint run that exact play, and yet Cy-Fair seemed quite prepared for it.
Third down, ball spotted at the 26.
Now it is 3rd down and 10. They got that 6-yard gain on first down. They got the sack on second down, and here they go with 3rd and 10. Emmanuel drops back. They protect him. He's going to throw deep over the middle, and it is just beyond the reach of Gabriel Bro. He was open. Had a step on Lamont Hendry.
Henry on the coverage for the Bobcats.
And for the Panthers, that will be their first time where they have to punt. Taylor Davis is their punter, and Taylor Davis, what a gifted player he is. One of the leaders on defense, plays safety, has great instincts. They kind of let him play a position that enables him to get a lot of picks. And he led District 26A in interceptions, and he had 2 pick sixes. It's a low snap, but he does get the punt underway, and he gets a really good bounce. And fortunately for Ridgepoint, nobody from Cy-Fair can return it. It goes all the way to the 25-yard line. That's a 49-yard punt with no return by Taylor Davis. We'll take a quick break and be back. This is VypeFortBend.com.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Back to live action. The Bobcats running out of the Wildcat. They give it to Arrington. Actually, they don't give it to Arrington. He took the direct snap, and he runs over the left side for a gain of 13 yards. And the first down of the night for the Bobcats. Roger Smith with you here on VypeFortBend.com, and know that if the Ridgepoint Panther girls win their volleyball semifinal tonight, that is being played up in Garland at the Curtis Culwell Center, then they will play tomorrow at about 5 o'clock against either Bridgeland or San Antonio Brandeis. And if the Panther girls are in that game, we're at that game for you on VypeFortBend.com. Or you could, travel the whole way, 4.5 hours, and then you could listen to it on the way back. Another straight up the middle run by Arrington, and he picks up 3. Mason Hall, the brick wall, there to bring him down abruptly. And we're under 4 minutes to go in this first quarter. It's a perfect night for football here in Katy. And they have great new lighting here at Rhodes Stadium. It really does look good. Another playoff score for you. With less than 2 minutes to go in the first quarter, the Spring Lions, ranked number 8 in the state, leading Klein Kane 14-7. There's a pass into the flat. It looked like it was trapped, but evidently it was caught out there by Kyle Chambers, and he picked it up before it hit the turf, evidently. And now, wait a minute, they say it was indeed incomplete. I was right. So it'll be 3rd down and 6. That was a 4-yard run by Arrington on first down, then the incomplete pass, and we'll see if the Ridgepoint defense can rise up and get off the field again. On this possession, they've given up the only first down they've allowed. Taylor Davis in the secondary directing traffic. And now they've got the quarterback back in there. Owens drops back, steps up in the pocket, trying to get out of there. He's hitting the ball, comes out, bug on the rug. Who's got it? Ridgepoint with the fumble recovery. And it is Mason Hall. No, correction, it is Cortez Nichols who comes out holding the ball above his head in triumph. And that's the first turnover of the game, and Ridgepoint has it at their own 46. No, correction, make that the 44-yard line of the Cy-Fair Bobcats. Ridgepoint already leading by a score of 7-0, and sometimes when you get a turnover, the good thing to do is go deep. Maybe even run a gadget if you have one. Ezel Jolly still the feature back out there for Ridgepoint. Ashton Bethel Roman, one of the receivers in the slot to the left. Emmanuel pumps short, now throws deep, looking for Session. Got him! 10-yard line, trying to break a tackle. He does! Down the sideline, and he gets to the 3 before they push him out. Marvin Session with the big play. It covers 41 yards. And Ridgepoint is threatening to take a 2-touchdown lead. Touchdown saving, I'm not going to call it a tackle, but a push out by Ryan Worth. And they marked Marvin Session at the 4-yard line. On the right hash mark is where the Panthers will scrimmage. There goes Emmanuel. And he runs into traffic near the line of scrimmage, does squeeze out about a yard gain on the play.
The 1-yard line. 32, Anderson on the tackle.
Anderson made the tackle for Cy-Fair. Number 32, Ethan Anderson, one of the captains.
Second and goal.
Second down and goal for Ridgepoint. Looking very, very sharp, not spectacular, but just very solid, good execution, and their defense has only allowed 1 first down. There goes Jolly up the middle, into the end zone, untouched. It's a 2-yard touchdown run by Ezel Jolly, and Ridgepoint now leads it by a score of 13-0. That is an Archer Volkswagen touchdown scoring drive that covered 44 yards. It only took 3 plays and took 49 seconds off the clock, capped off by a 2-yard run by Ezel Jolly. And now it is Austin Bowen on to try and add the extra point out of the hold of Carson Gordon. Good snap and hold, and the kick is high and true. 14-0, Ridgepoint on top. We'll be back on VypeFortBend.com.
First Tire and Automotive heard you were thinking of starting your holiday shopping earlier this year, so the season of giving starts now. $15 off oil changes, $100 off 4 tires, and save on just about any service. Head to the website firsttireandauto.com and claim your savings. First Tire and Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointments today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. firsttireandauto.com.
We see all you do to get work done, whether it's keeping your office clean or redesigning your space for 3 or 300. Our business is to keep business going. Buy online and pick up in store, or get free next business day shipping at Office Depot, Office Max, and OfficeDepot.com.
Here we go, Ridgepoint kicking off after their second touchdown. Austin Bowen, the lob wedge, pooch kick, and it is taken on 2 hops by Cy-Fair, and great coverage by the Ridgepoint Panthers. Zacchaeus Baines trying to do something with it, but he made the mistake of letting it bounce a couple of times, and as he did, the Panthers were galloping down on him, and he only gets it to the 15-yard line, basically a return of 0 yards. By the way, the Katy Tigers ranked number 2 in the state, leading Stratford 14-0 with 3:10 to go in the first quarter. That game, I think, not sure, but I think it's at Tully Stadium. Sophomore quarterback Owens moving players around in the formation. And now it's going to have to be a Cy-Fair timeout, and we'll take it with them. Ridgepoint looking good thus far. They lead it 14-0 with 2 minutes to go in quarter number 1.
You work hard, so you deserve the good things in life, like getting an amazing deal on awesome internet. That's why there's never been a better time to switch to Xfinity. Get the fast and reliable internet you deserve for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. And for the first time ever, ask how to get 12 times the speed for the same internet price when you add Xfinity Mobile. Just imagine. Faster downloads, more streaming, the possibilities are endless. That's more speed and more value for the same price. Oh yeah, and for a limited time, ask how to get $300 back. So what are you waiting for? Sign up now, because you deserve awesome internet. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 11/21/21. Restrictions apply. New Connect Internet 50 megabits per second customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply.
Let's see what the Bobcats came up with during that timeout. Owens takes the snap, hands it off straight up the middle, and nothing doing. Beautiful play there by Cameron Richardson, who led the team in tackles last week with 6 solos. I won't say led the team in tackles, but in solo tackles. He had 6 of them against Seven Lakes. So that sets up a 2nd down and 11. Rich Point's defense has been very solid. Owens looking to the left, throws it near the sideline, got a completion, a move by his receiver, and a big gain across the 25. He got it to Kyle Chambers, a little shoulder shake, got him free of cornerback Alejandro Colbert. That's the 2nd first down of this first half by the Bobcats. They have it now at the 30-yard line. That was a pickup of 15 yards. Owens out of the pistol, throws quickly to the right side, gets a little rub route, and it gets a 1st down again. A 12-yard pickup. He threw it this time. Same receiver, Kyle Chambers, but this time on the right. And that was one of those picks that is common of the West Coast offense, basically invented by Bill Walsh, although I'm sure there are going to be people that claim they invented it. So Cy-Fair really moving the football for the first time. As we get into the final minute of the first quarter, they trail 14-0. And a whistle prior to the snap. I'm looking around. I don't see a flag. Yes, I do. Now I do. And Coach LaFavors is talking to the side judge, probably lobbying for a call on a play that will happen later tonight, but it's a false start against Cy-Fair that backs them up to their 36. Game clock is at 33 seconds, and it was restarted after the penalty. Owens under center, drops back, play fake, hands it off on a reverse, coming to the left. Ridge Point is there, and the ball comes out again, and it's recovered by the Panthers. Let's see who gets to throw the football in the turnover bucket, or throw something in the turnover bucket.
Recovered by Ryan Ramey.
Ryan Ramey made that recovery, and Ridge Point has been hitting hard and bringing an arm up or an arm down to try and knock the ball out of the ball carrier's hands, and that time they did it to Kyle Chambers. Ridge Point gets the football, already leading 14-0, 16 seconds to go in this first quarter. Emmanuel looks at the defense, sends a man in motion. That's Charlo, fakes it to him, throws over the middle. Batiste behind him, and it's incomplete. Tipped up in the air, and fortunate that that pass was not intercepted. During the regular season, B.J. Emmanuel had 25 touchdown passes and not a single interception. This is his 12th game. He has not thrown an interception. That is about as close as he came to throwing one, as the ball was a little bit behind Batiste. With the ball at the 37-yard line, 2nd and 10, Emmanuel steps up in the pocket, a little flip to Charlo, and he slips. He was going to turn up the near sideline and get big yardage, but he went down near the 30. They set him up at the 31, and that is the end of the third quarter. Ridge Point lead. That's the end of the first quarter. First quarter is over, and it's 14-0. Ridge Point over Cy-Fair. You're listening to VypeFortBend.com. We'll be back.
Hello fans, this is Bradley Stavanaugh with Needville Insurance. We know Fort Bend County. I'm a 4th generation resident of Fort Bend. I'm your local, hometown, trusted agent. With over 30 carriers and 9 auto insurance carriers, we shop the insurance for you. We know insurance is hard. We know it's complicated. We make it easy for you. We have Spanish speakers here available for you. Call us at 979-793-7411 or needvilleinsurance.com. Once again, call us 979-793-7411.
The second quarter begins with the Ridgepoint Panthers facing 3rd down and 4 from the Cy-Fair 31. Now they are moving from right to left. They're right here in front of us at Rhodes Stadium. Emmanuel hands it off to Jolly, makes a move near the line. He only gets a yard, maybe 2. That's going to set up a 4th down. 2 yards to go on the tackle for Cy-Fair. It was Desmond Fraley. 4th down and a long 2 for the Panthers, who don't seem to have any interest in kicking a field goal right here. Ryan Phillips is in as a blocking back. He is to the left and in front of Bert Emanuel. But it's going to be a pass. Emanuel looking to the right sideline. Now he's flushed over to the left. And he's got a lot of carpet in front of him. He'll run and get the 1st down, and he'll head to the sideline and go out at the 19. Rather than get blasted by Ryan Worth. That's a 1st down. Think of First Tire and Automotive for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttireandauto.com. Carter Groen is in as a tight end for the Panthers. So they have as receivers Batiste, Charlo, Session. They're the wideouts. Groen is a tight end on the left side of the formation as they face 1st and 10 from the 18 of Cy-Fair. Jolly still the running back. Emmanuel drops straight back. Looking for the left corner. Sideline. Batiste got it near the 5. And he's out at the 4-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal Panthers right there.
Out of bounds at the 4. Doza on the coverage for the Bobcats.
We will be efforting. That's, I guess effort is not a verb, but it is in newsrooms where I used to work. Haven't worked in one in a long time, and I'm kind of proud of that. Anyway, 1st and goal at the 4 for Ridgepoint, and we're going to effort volleyball scores later on. Fake to Jolly, rolling right is Emanuel, and he throws incomplete, a little short of Batiste. He was right there at the goal line. Correction, it was Ryan Phillips. And you know, you're the fullback. You hardly ever get a carry. You just have to block, and you don't get to score touchdowns very often. I'm sure Ryan Phillips, who works very hard, kind of like the Moose Johnston of the Ridgepoint Panthers. And, well, he missed that opportunity, but it wasn't his fault. Emmanuel turns around, hands it off to Jolly. Into the end zone he goes. There was a little bit of penetration by Cy-Fair. In fact, there were 2 players in the backfield, Hunter Warren and Brock Green, but neither one of them could lock up Ezel Jolly. And before a minute goes by in the second quarter, you have Ridgepoint getting their 3rd touchdown. It is 20-0. Austin Bowen on to add the extra point. Carson Gordon looks back at Bowen and says, okay. The snap and hold are good, and so is the kick. It is 21-0. Ridgepoint all over Cy-Fair thus far. We'll be back with more on VypeFortBend.com.
You work hard, so you deserve the good things in life, like getting an amazing deal on awesome internet. That's why there's never been a better time to switch to Xfinity. Get the fast and reliable internet you deserve for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. And for the first time ever, ask how to get 12 times the speed for the same internet price when you add Xfinity Mobile. Just imagine. Faster downloads, more streaming, the possibilities are endless. That's more speed and more value for the same price. Oh yeah, and for a limited time, ask how to get $300 back. So what are you waiting for? Sign up now, because you deserve awesome internet. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 11/21/21. Restrictions apply. New Connect Internet 50 megabits per second customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra, and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply.
Well, thus far in 2021, I think this is Ridgepoint's best half of football against a really, really good opponent. Austin Bowen's kickoff comes down at the 18-yard line. Pretty decent return out to the 36, so an 18-yard return with Sebastian Villarreal. So the Ridgepoint Panther girls playing volleyball tonight in a state semifinal that was scheduled to start at the same time that this football game was scheduled to start, but sometimes because they play matches all day long, they can get a little off schedule. But I'll get what I can, get you some results on that. Cy-Fair from its own 36. Owens the quarterback. Running back behind him appears to be, no, it's not who I thought it was. Handing it off over right guard and a gain of about 4 yards. Javon Buckley. No relation to William F. Buckley. And let's give him credit for 5 yards on that carry. Takes it to the 41.
5 second down.
Angleton, which is a team out of the district that the Hightower Hurricanes play in the first minute of the second quarter, taking on Cedar Park, and Angleton is trailing Cedar Park 14-7. Direct snap to Arrington in there in the Bobcat formation, and he's got just what he needs for the first down and no more, I believe. Dylan Vaughn brought him down, but you know what? Actually, he's 1 yard short, and I think the officials did a great job of marking the play because he kind of rolled over, but the ball was still at the 40 before he started rolling and sticking the ball out to the 46. So it's 3rd down and 1. And there is Owens. Quarterback sneak, and the ball comes out. Ridgepoint picks it up. Ryan Ramey, he's loose. 45, far sideline 40. One man to beat. And he's still going inside the 20. There he goes. He keeps on going. And it's a touchdown, Ryan Ramey! The Ridgepoint Panthers get a touchdown on D.
To the end zone, touchdown Panthers.
And you know what made that work, besides the fact that somebody knocked the ball out of Owens' hands on the quarterback sneak on 3rd and 1. The Ridgepoint Panthers en masse went down the field, making sure they blocked for Ryan Ramey. And with those purple jerseys and purple pants, it just looked like a purple wave, and it was kind of hard to find number 7. But as soon as he was in the end zone holding the ball over his head, we knew. Austin Bowen's kick is up, and it's good. That's a fumble return of 47 yards for Ryan Ramey, and it puts Ridgepoint up 28-0 after the successful extra point. They are making it look like child's play against a very good football team over there. We'll be right back on VypeFortBend.com.
All of us love sports, but not all sports are created equal. College sports have big budgets, dedicated alumni networks, and corporate sponsorships. Professional sports have even deeper pockets. Millionaire owners, lucrative TV and radio deals, and merchandise sales. High school sports have you. Everyone agrees high school sports give us plenty of reasons to cheer. And now's a great time for us to give back. Supporting your hometown high school won't cost you much, but it will go a long way to ensuring the games we love the most are here to stay. Texas high school sports. They're good for our kids, good for our community, and best of all, they're good for you.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Don't miss the UIL Football State Championship starting Wednesday, December 15th at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Ticket information and more can be found at uiltexas.org. Well, Cy-Fair got a pretty good kickoff return, but it's going to be partially wiped out because of a block in the back. So, just mentioned the AT&T State Football Championships at Jerry World. And the Tompkins Falcons out of Katy ISD, who have played some of their home games in this stadium this year. Number 24th ranked in 6A in the state. They lead Jersey Village 14-7. Jersey Village, by the way, ranked number 23. Tompkins 14, Jersey Village 7 with 8:22 to go in the second quarter. We got a new quarterback for the Cy-Fair Bobcats and a hands-off straight up the middle. Ridge Point's defense making the tackle after a 5-yard pickup. I want to identify that new quarterback. Tristan De La Cruz, number 19. So I wish I could tell you I knew something about Tristan De La Cruz, but I don't. I just know that Coach Jeff Miller has turned to him right now because his starter Trey Owens fumbled on the previous play. De La Cruz hands it off, and a nice run over the left side, but a nicer tackle by Taylor Davis to stop Zacchaeus Baines. 1 yard short of the first down. It looked like Baines not only was going to make the first down, but like he was going to set sail. But instead of a long run, it was just a 4-yard pickup, and it's third down and a 1-yard situation. And we know what happened last time. Owens, quarterback, sneaked it, and he fumbled. And Ryan Ramey took it to the house. De La Cruz on the quarterback sneak, and this time it works, and he maintains control of the football, and that'll get Cy-Fair a first down at their own 25-yard line. They had to start off backed way up because of the illegal block in the back on the kickoff return. And they didn't give as good a spot to De La Cruz on that sneak as I thought, but he did get it to the 24, and that moved the sticks. 7:43 to go before halftime, and we've got some halftime treats for you. De La Cruz in the pistol, turns around, fakes the handoff, rolls to his right, looking way down the field. Here comes the rush. He's hit and just flings it over the Ridge Point bench. Almost made it into the stands. It'll be second down and 10 at the 24. So at halftime, we've got 2 interviews, and one of them is with the men's head basketball coach at Abilene Christian, which wouldn't really be that big of a deal, except, you know, Abilene Christian knocked the Texas Longhorns out in the first round of the NCAA basketball tournament last year. We're going to be talking to their new head coach, because if you coach Abilene Christian and you beat the Longhorns in the first round, you get a new job somewhere else. So Brett Tanner is the new head coach, and we'll talk to him, but he's not the only one. De La Cruz to pass on second down and 10. Sideline, it's intercepted! Ridge Point bringing it back. It is Terrence. There goes Terrence inside the 20 and dropped at the 17-yard line. Terrence Howard. Ridge Point has picked up 3 turnovers in this football game. They're leading 28-0, and they're in the red zone. A ready-made red zone possession coming up. Now, if you just tuned in and you heard me say that Ridge Point has picked up 3 turnovers, well, I think they were already ahead 21-0 before they got their first one. So, you know, maybe it was just 14-0, but it's not one of those crazy games that has just gone south in a hurry because of turnovers. It's not like that. Ridge Point is just dominating. Fake to Charlo. Emmanuel hit in the backfield, and he's wrapped up. Several Bobcats there to sack him for a loss of at least 8 yards. Kind of depends on where they spot it, but give credit on that sack to Brock Green. Came in off the corner, and based on where they mark Burt down, it's a 6-yard loss, second down and 16. New line of scrimmage is the 23-yard line for the Panthers. Emmanuel has the play, lets his teammates know. Clock ticking, 6.5 minutes to go before halftime, and I'll tell you about that other interview shortly. Emmanuel drops back, plenty of time, steps up in the pocket, now flush to the left, looking down the field, and he flips it over the line of scrimmage, incomplete, just to save any lost yardage. So it'll be third down and 16. And you know, if let's just say this next play is an incomplete pass, I wonder, will we see Ridgepoint try a field goal? They have capable kickers. They use 2 of them. Austin Bowen and Holden Gray have been sharing the place kicking duties and the kickoff chores as well. Phillipson is a blocking back. Jolly is the running back. 2 receivers on the left, 1 on the right. That's Marvin Session. Emmanuel fakes the handoff. Drops straight back. Looking way down the field now. Steps up, throws short. Marvin Session got it near side, inside the numbers, and bumped out near the 5. Make it the 6-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for the Panthers. It was 3rd and 16, and they got 17. Emmanuel showing the vision that he has, scanning the field. You could see him looking at several different possible receivers, and now Ryan Phillips comes out and they bring in tight end Carter Groen on 1st and goal at the 6. It's 55 degrees and clear here at Rhodes Stadium in Katy. That's the Ridgepoint Band. Interesting sound. Emmanuel drops back, looking to the left. I think he's going to be able to run it in. Yes, he does. 6-yard scramble by Bert Emmanuel. Looked to the right. Everything was over there. And then as soon as he saw all that daylight, it kind of looked like Vince Young in the Rose Bowl against USC. You know, man, how long ago was that? 16 years ago. 16 plus. Or almost 16. Anyway, that time Bert Emmanuel Jr., he ran it to the left while Vince ran it to the right on that game-winning play. But it makes it 34-0 Ridgepoint. Austin Bowen on to add yet another extra point. It's good. 35-0. Ridgepoint blowing away the Cy-Fair Bobcats. And this has got a feel for Cy-Fair, kind of like Ridgepoint did back in 2018 when they came to this very stadium and got their butts handed to them. But Ridgepoint is just, they look like they've been practicing real diligently, if you know what I mean. We'll be back.
First Siren Automotive heard you are thinking of starting your holiday shopping earlier this year, so the season of giving starts now. $15 off oil changes, $100 off 4 tires, and save on just about any service. Head to the website firsttireandauto.com and claim your savings. First Siren Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointments today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. firsttireandauto.com.
What is Vype Live? Vype Live is one of the largest and most respected broadcast and live stream networks in the state of Texas. Vype Live broadcasts any sport you can think of for youngsters of any age, from Pee Wee and Pop Warner to high school, club, college, semi-pro, and beyond. We also broadcast plenty of academic, fine arts, and community-related events as well, and now as partners with Flow Sports. Email us at info@vypemedia.com to find out more. Vype Live. We bring your teams to you.
Cy-Fair getting a big kickoff return, and they get into Ridgepoint territory and inside the 25-yard line. Sebastian Villarreal returning the kick. And with his team down 35-0, he is living up to that theme. BFND means Bobcat Fight Never Dies. And Villarreal is certainly playing like he does not intend to stop fighting tonight, no matter what the score. No flags on the play. And the ball is at the 23-yard line of the Ridgepoint Panthers, and this is the biggest threat that Cy-Fair has had. They're going to go with that Wildcat/Bobcat formation. Arrington to take the direct snap. Moves to his left, looking for daylight. Gets a pretty good gain of about 6 yards. Deshaun Shashery upended him there. Make it 6, 2nd down and 4 for Cy-Fair. And you know, Ridgepoint would love to have a playoff shutout. I'm not sure that they've ever had one. If they ever did, it would have been a first-round game. Sometimes you draw an opponent that's a mismatch in the first round. 2nd down and 4, Arrington. Same play, looking left, running forward. He's got a first down. He's inside the 10-yard line.
About the 10-yard line.
When Arrington carries out of that Wildcat formation, that's about as effective an offensive tactic as we've seen so far for Cy-Fair. Ridge Point having its way thus far. They lead at 35-0. But Cy-Fair is threatening to get into the end zone. They have a 1st and goal at the 10-yard line. And they continue to go with that formation. Arrington takes the direct snap, runs a little bit right, has to slow down near the line of scrimmage, and Mason Hall grabs him and pulls him back. James Wally in there helping out along with Cortez Nichols. And it's going to be a gain of only 1 yard. 2nd and goal from the 9. Okay, so in addition to Brett Tanner of Abilene Christian University, we're going to have Todd Dillingham of Balfour. You know, kids who go to high schools, who are graduating, and their parents and their adoring families love all the things that Balfour makes. Now we go back to Owens at quarterback. Under center, rolls to his right, looking in the end zone, throws short. He gets a completion inside the 5, but Ryan Ramey says, not so fast, my friend. Makes a beautiful hard tackle of Ryan Worth at the 2-yard line. Actually, yeah, they mark him at the 2-yard line. Here at Rhodes Stadium, I have to reposition myself when the ball gets in the near side right corner of the end zone.
3rd and goal for the Bobcats from the 2.
Bobcats with 3rd and goal from the 2. Out of the shotgun, it is Owens. And it's a quarterback sneak, and it's not by Owens. I've got to tell you what happened. Tristan Dela Cruz went in motion, but then he stepped underneath the center, took the snap. There was a tackler who had a hold of him, but he kept on fighting and he took it into the end zone. A 2-yard touchdown run by Tristan Dela Cruz. So the Bobcats are on the scoreboard, 35-6. And hold on, there's a whistle prior to the extra point attempt of Danny Bahena. Danny Bahena has a pretty good leg. He kicked one from 43 yards out last week against Lamar, but it didn't count. There was a penalty, and so they just they ended up getting a 1st down out of the penalty on that particular field goal. So the point is Bahena can get it there from a long way. And he also kicked the game-winning field goal in the middle of the 4th quarter. Out of the hold of Villarreal. And another whistle before they get the play underway. And we'll see if that backs Bahena up, and his body language tells me that it is something against Cy-Fair. He's looking kind of annoyed.
Ball start. On the offense, 56. 5-yard penalty retry.
By the way, that is our referee, Kevin Upham, and his mic sounds wonderful. Sometimes it's not the mic, it can be the stadium sound system. All right, so the ball will be placed at the 21, so it's the equivalent, the difficulty of a 31-yard field goal. Bahena gets his foot into it, and he hooked it to the left, no good. So those 2 false starts were costly for Cy-Fair. They trail 35-6, 2:47 to go before the half. We'll be back on VypeFortBend.com.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
We take care of you, so you can take care of business. Office Depot Office Max.
Taking care of business.
Short kickoff by Cy-Fair and a fair catch by the Ridge Point Panthers. Kieran Charlo doing the honors. And he was trying to give the ball to somebody. Finally found an official who would take it. I'd like to say hi to Aunt Beth in California. She is Stefan Pasapia's aunt. She came by and said hello last week against Seven Lakes, and frankly, I don't know if she's in California right now or she might even be in the stands here for all I know. But hi, Beth. Looking pretty good for the Panthers right now. 35-6 over Cy-Fair. Bert Emanuel Jr. from the 25-yard line fakes a handoff. Hands it off on the right side. Mason Dossett, his first carry, and it's a good one. 7 yards over the right side. And sometimes he can show you breakaway speed. He can shift into high gear very quickly. But what was impressive about that one is he encountered a tackler and pushed that tackler down the field about 4 yards before going out of bounds, and I thought it was 7 yards. It was actually an 8-yard gain. Second down and 8 for Mason Dossett, who is to the left of Bert Emanuel. BJ, quarterback draw, trying to find yardage, can't really find anything. Short gain.
Brought down here to 35.
And it's going to be very close to what he needs for a first down, but I think it'll be third and less than 1.
53, Rink on the tackle.
Indeed it is. Link on the last tackle, Cole Link for Cy-Fair. Third and less than a yard. Emmanuel hands it off to Dossett. No, he keeps it. BJ dives forward, gets a gain of 2 and a first down. Todd Freed is leaving the building, folks. He's got enough highlights already. Oh. Come here, Todd. He's got to get over there. I'm sorry. Looking forward to it. Ooh. Okay, I'm sorry. I know that's kind of annoying when it's kind of like when you're on the phone talking to someone and they turn around and talk to someone else. You don't know what someone is saying, but that is Todd Freed, host of H-Town High School Sports, and he's shooting 2 games tonight. Emmanuel throws right sideline. He's got Dossett, and on 1st and 10, he picks up about 4, and the clock gets down to 1:08 to go, and I think Ridge Point has taken a timeout. They have. And we'll keep it right here because I'll bet Ridge Point tries to add something before the first half. Now, we had given you a score earlier, that game between Hightower and Georgetown, and at the time, Hightower was up 32-15. But evidently, from what Todd Freed says, things are getting a lot closer. Indeed, with 9:39 to go, Hightower leads it, but only by 9, 38-29. And while we have this timeout, Spring and Klein Cain are all tied up now. Number 8th ranked Spring had a big lead. I think they were up 28-14, but Klein Cain has tied it with 1:35 to go in the second quarter. Katy leads Stratford at halftime. Number 2, Katy 28, Stratford 7. Okay, back to live action. Second down and 6. Emmanuel drops back. They keep him clean. He rushes to the right and fires it late. Incomplete. Just a throwaway. He threw it very hard into a crowd of Bobcats. No Panthers were over there, but he was wider than where the tackles had lined up, and he threw it past the line of scrimmage, and that's all you have to do. 1:02 to go in the first half, 35-6 Ridge Point, and now the Panthers face a 3rd down and 6. Gabriel Bro and Ashton Bethel Roman, 2 slot receivers on the near side. Wilson Batiste is the wide man over here. Session over on the right. Rolling to his left is BJ. He's going to run, and he's got daylight across the 50 to the 48-yard line. Tackle made, and a pat on the head administered by Lamont Henry. I don't know anything about Lamont Henry, but I think I'd like to meet the young man. He seems very classy. That is a first down for Ridge Point. 45 seconds to go. Emmanuel rolls to the right, and in comes the rusher, and he is sacked. Cole Link made the tackle, and Ridgepoint, I guess, has called another timeout. We'll take it with him. This is VypeFortBend.com.
First Tire and Automotive heard you were thinking of starting your holiday shopping earlier this year, so the season of giving starts now. $15 off oil changes, $100 off 4 tires, and save on just about any service. Head to the website firsttireandauto.com and claim your savings. First Tire and Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointments today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. firsttireandauto.com.
Folks, if you're wondering about why you should hang around at halftime and listen to that interview with Abilene Christian University men's head basketball coach Brett Tanner, he's got a Bobby Knight story. Okay? That's all I need to say. Second down and long for Ridgepoint. Fake handoff. Emmanuel rolls to the right. He's got the sideline. He's running. He's moving fast. First down and more inside the 30. And he knocks down a photographer. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh. I don't enjoy other people's pain. And BJ is trying to help up the person that he knocked down. He didn't mean to knock him down. But, I mean, he's like a speedboat. I mean, when he gets going, he gets going. And that's a first down. That is, you know, one thing that I was going to observe about this game is the fact that Ridgepoint is dominating, but they haven't just done it by some amazing feats. Superhuman feats by B.J. Emmanuel, as sometimes that's what leads to a big Ridgepoint lead. It's been a team effort, and that was the first truly, really off-the-chart remarkable play that he has made. And it looks like we have a false start on Ridgepoint from the 30-yard line of Cy Fair.
False start on the offense from 72.
Okay, so that'll back Ridgepoint up. It'll be 1st and 15 from the Cy Fair 35. But it's really been just a little bit of everything for Ridgepoint tonight. They've been unleashing all of their weapons. On 1st and 15. Out of the spread. Emmanuel drops back. Here comes the late blitz. And he fires it toward the end zone looking for Session, and it's incomplete. That play broke down, and he was looking for both Session and Batiste, and because he was under duress, the pass was a little off target. And with 22 seconds left, it is 2nd and 15. Okay, so Brett Tanner of Abilene Christian will tell you a Bob Knight story. He worked at Texas Tech. That was part of his road to getting a head coaching job in big-time college basketball. And right now, Abilene Christian is big-time college basketball because they made it to the second round. All right, here we go. 2nd down and 15 from the 35. Emmanuel drops back. They keep him clean. Plenty of time. Now he runs forward, and a flag comes in late. He's running down the far sideline. He'll have more than a first down, but I think this play is going to come back. Yes, that's right. Kevin Upham says it is holding. And that will bring the play back, and we have 13 seconds to go. But that'll repeat 2nd down. So Ridgepoint, according to the scoreboard, still has 2 timeouts left. I'm not sure that's right. I think they're down to 1. So 13 seconds left, and this holding penalty moves it back to the 45 of Cy Fair. So it's 2nd down and 25 for Ridgepoint. And based on a couple of plays we've seen on this possession, the worst thing that Cy Fair can do is flush B.J. Emmanuel out of the pocket. He drops back. He has time. Plenty of time. Time to unwrap a sandwich. Now rolls to his left, and he looks near sideline. He's got it to Ashton Bethel-Roman. He needs to find the sideline. He's diving for it, and he got there. No, they say they're running the clock, and that they ran the clock. Looked like he got out to me, but maybe the clock had expired. But now Coach LaFavors doesn't want to leave the field. He says there should be 1 second on the clock, and the side judge is going to go over and tell referee Kevin Upham that there should be 1 second on the clock. And let's see how this conversation goes. As the two officials are talking, Cy-Fair is leaving. They're going into the locker room. And I'll bet that Jeff Miller and his staff and the whole team would be pretty upset if somebody had to come back onto the field.
I can't blame you. The game's not fun at all.
We're just getting really cold.
Now it's Kevin Upham, his side judge, and his back judge. And Coach LaFavors is not going to let this go. He says, we have 1 second left, and maybe they'll kick a field goal. Actually, the head linesman is coming in. He's going to join the conversation. The Cy-Fair coaches are going back to the locker room. They think the first half is over. We'll listen to Mr. Upham. He said that's the end of the first half, and okay, there you go. We'll step aside and we'll be back with Brett Tanner, head coach of the Abilene Christian Wildcats men's basketball team. This is VypeFortBend.com.
Interested in Vype Campus? Vype Campus brings our popular citywide media days right to your doorstep. As a Vype Campus client, we will work with you to help you take advantage of our unique campus model to build a unique experience for your school. From media day photo shoots of all your athletes to game day coverage, broadcasts and live streams, video and digital content, hype videos, the Vype U program, same-day graphics, and of course your very own campus magazine, Vype Campus is truly whatever you want it to be. Email info@vypemedia.com to find out how to join Vype Campus today.
Welcome back to VypeFortBend.com. Halftime of our playoff coverage, and our halftime score is Ridge Point 35, Cy-Fair 6. And we have a great guest this halftime. We came a long way to talk to him, but I think it was worth it. And you're not going to know his name, but maybe someday soon you will. Well, he's Brett Tanner. He's the head basketball coach of the men's program at Abilene Christian. And now you're saying, oh yeah, Abilene Christian, they knocked Texas out in the first round of March Madness. And first of all, congratulations to you as the new head coach of the men's program here.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
All right, so the guy under whom you served as an assistant, Joe Golding, elevated you to associate head coach during his last couple of seasons here at ACU. And of course, he's the architect of the upset victory that made the world tremor. It was amazing. I was very proud. ACU knocks out Texas. And Joe Golding, not too long after that, gets a promotion to UTEP. So he's taken over the minor program. And I understand that you did not waste any time letting the ACU administration know that you wanted the job.
No, I didn't. It took about 2 seconds for him to walk out the door. I walked back in the door and said this is where I wanted to be, and started the process of hopefully trying to get the job.
Well, you're a great defensive specialist, and we'll talk about that in a little bit more detail in a moment. But there was a lot more to ACU's great season than just beating Texas in the first round of March Madness. I believe the overall record, when it was all said and done, was 24-5. I'm correct about that?
Correct, yes.
And really what made the difference was an amazing, suffocating defense. You forced 19.93 turnovers a game. That led the nation. And your turnover margin, 6.3 more takeaways than the giveaways by ACU. You were second in steals as a team, fifth in scoring defense. What is your secret?
Good players. So I think players are you have to have players that are willing to listen and be coachable. And we have a great group of kids. We're excited because we have a lot of those guys back. But I've coached defensive teams that weren't as good, but the last couple of years we've had really good players, and that helps.
Well, one thing that I'm kind of disappointed about, it's nothing I could do anything about, but all these years ACU's been playing in the Southland Conference, playing their conference tournaments in Katy at the Merrill Center, and I've always been busy calling high school sports at the time and didn't get a chance to watch them. But you're not going to be coming back to Katy anymore, as the Wildcats are now a member of the WAC. Tell us about what that's going to be like. Moving up a little bit in the world.
Yeah, it's going to be different. For me personally, I've been in the Southland for 16 years. I was at Stephen F. Austin for a while, and then here. So I knew all the back doors, all the good places to eat, all the bad places to eat. I knew everything, and now it's a new challenge. I don't know anything about some of these guys, but it's going to be interesting. It's going to be new, a new challenge, an exciting challenge. But we're fired up about it. It's going to be different, and we won't be in Katy, but we're going to be in Vegas now. So that's going to be a fun change.
Yeah, well, I don't know how excited the Vegas people will be for Abilene Christian fans, because they might come in with a $50 bill in one pocket and a copy of the Ten Commandments in the other, and they may break neither during their time in Vegas. But I'm sure they'll kick some butt in basketball.
There's no doubt, man. We're going to be there to play basketball, not gamble. But we'll see. We'll see if any of our fans will slide off.
The confidence level is at an all-time high for ACU basketball. We'll come back and talk more with their new head coach, Brett Tanner. And we're going to play the basketball version of 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon. And we're also going to let you know that his dad is the cousin of a woman who played the sister of someone who got killed in the shower in a famous movie. So don't go away. This is VypeFortBend.com.
Become a Vype Insider today. Access breaking news in high school sports. Enjoy premium articles and exclusive coverage written by expert analysts, and watch exclusive videos, documentaries on programs in your area. It's only $2.99 a month if you subscribe for the monthly plan. If you go for the yearly plan, it rounds out to just $1.99 a month. It costs you only $24 a year to get all of your Vype news throughout the entire year. Subscribe today. What are you waiting for? It's less than a cup of coffee a month. Become a Vype Insider. $2.99 a month, $23.99 for the whole year. Hey, it's Vype. We will see you at the games.
Welcome back to our playoff halftime show on VypeFortBend.com, and we continue in our visit with Brett Tanner, who is the new head basketball coach at Abilene Christian. First of all, this is not your first head coaching position, but it is your first in Division I, correct? What's your trail that brought you to ACU as the head coach?
Yeah, sure. So I started as an assistant coach at Fort Scott Community College, and I think I made $2,500, and that was it. And so I had to mow a lot of yards and substitute teach to make ends meet. But I was an assistant there for a guy by the name of Phil Cook, and then Chris Beard, who a lot of people know, who's now the head coach of Texas. And when Chris left, I was able to get the job there. I was 24 years old, thought I had all the answers, didn't have any answers, but it was an unbelievable experience for a young guy. Kind of figured my way out, made every mistake you could make. And then I was fortunate enough where Coach Beard was at Texas Tech with Coach Knight. There was a junior college right outside of Lubbock in Levelland, Texas, called South Plains College. He convinced me to go there to leave a head coaching position to be an assistant coach, but I think I got like a big pay raise, like a $30,000 pay raise to go be an assistant. So that tells you the difference between the two jobs. And so I was there. I worked for a legend, man. He's already in the Junior College Hall of Fame, won 3 national titles, and Steve Green at South Plains College. And then from there I went to Stephen F. Austin and worked for Danny Casper for 7 years. And then Joe talked to me. He convinced me. When Coach Casper went to Texas State, Joe convinced me to come here instead of go with him. It was the best decision I ever made.
So give me 30 seconds on Bob Knight. You weren't there on his staff for very long, but what was the best Bob Knight story that happened while you were there on his staff?
Well, there's a lot of them, man. Some of them I can't talk about, but he was good. We practiced in the mornings, and so we were able to drive over to Lubbock every day and watch them practice in the afternoon. So I was over there all the time, and Coach Knight was gracious enough to let us sit in on staff meetings and be a part of, just sit back in a corner quietly and see some things. But the best story that I can tell about Coach Knight is I have a friend who's the head coach at Sul Ross. His name is Cliff Carroll, and he was a manager on Coach Knight's staff at the time, and Cliff needed to get in shape, and he needed to exercise. So he walked over to the scores table where we were sitting, and he said, "Hey, watch this," and he ran over. He said, "Hey," we called him Bear. He said, "Hey, Bear, come here." And he said, "Hey, I forgot a pen. Will you run up to my office and go get a pen?" And so Bear runs up the stairs of the arena, goes and gets the office, gets a pen, comes all the way back down. He's sweating, and he hands it to Coach Knight. And it's a black pen. And in Coach Knight's words, I can't use them. And he's, "Dang it, Bear, I didn't ask for a black pen. I asked for a blue pen. Go get me a blue pen." So he goes up and he runs upstairs again. He goes and gets a blue pen, and he comes back down. He's sweating even more, and he hands it to Coach Knight. And again, in Coach Knight language, he says, "Dang it, Bear, I didn't ask for a blue pen. I wanted a black pen." And so, you don't talk back to Coach Knight. So Bear runs back upstairs, and he comes back with one of those pens that you can click, like 4 different colors. Has red, green, blue, black. So he thinks he's got it now, and he comes back down. He gives that pen to Coach Knight, and Coach Knight looks at it and he says, "What am I supposed to do with that? I don't even know how to work that." And so he sends him back up and down for, I don't know, 6 or 7 trips. And then finally, Bear kind of looks at him and says, man, Coach, do you really need a pen? And he said, no, get back to work. I just figured you need a little exercise. So it was a good entertainment. That was the kind of stuff Coach Knight did quite a bit of, man. He gets a bad rap, man. He actually had a really great sense of humor.
Well, you had so many great legendary mentors, but it's not quite the 6 degrees, but Coach Beard was on Coach Knight's staff with you, and Coach Beard has turned out to be one of your greatest mentors. He now has jumped from Texas Tech to UT because, well, Shaka Smart lost his job after ACU knocked them out in the first round. But do you know that Terry Priest, who was an assistant athletic director in Fort Bend County, before that he was the McCullough/Woodlands Highlanders head coach for about the first 20 years of the program. Well, Coach Beard says that Coach Priest was really his first really significant mentor because he played for him for the Highlanders. And so Terry Priest went to ACU. He was on the staff of Fort Bend Independent School District, and he is the reason that the Ridge Point Panthers, the newest of the 11 schools in Fort Bend ISD, have the primary color of purple. So that's a proud thing. Terry was a great guy. I'm proud to have known him. Unfortunately, Coach Priest passed away in 2020, and I miss him very much. But one other thing, to lighten it up one more time. Your dad's cousin is an actress, Vera Miles. So tell us what she's famous for, or at least one thing that she's famous for, and it has to do with Alfred Hitchcock.
Yeah, she was in Psycho. I think Psycho 1 and 2. But her sister died in the shower scene, I think, is what it was.
Right. Vera Miles played Lila. She was the one whose sister foolishly was traveling alone and stopped at the Bates Motel.
Right. That's right. And so we talk about that quite a bit in our household. But Vera Miles, that's kind of the claim to the Tanner family is Vera Miles.
And I know it was a long time ago that Psycho 2 came out. I guess it was maybe 21 years after the original Psycho. Vera Miles, one of those beautiful ladies. It doesn't matter how old she gets. She's still beautiful, but you never got to meet her, did you?
I never did get to meet her, but I got to see some of her movies. I got to see her on Love Boat all the time, and got reminded that was her cousin, or his cousin, every time she was on television.
You're too young to remember Love Boat when it was in production. You watched reruns, right?
Reruns, yeah. I love the reruns of Love Boat, though.
All right, Brett Tanner, wow, we've covered a lot of ground in a short time. Thanks for being with us. Congratulations on being the new head coach at Abilene Christian. Be careful what you wish for, because you're going to get high expectations. Well, if you can beat Texas last year, we see no reason why you can't knock somebody off who's a way higher seed than you in the coming March Madness. I'm sure you're ready for that.
Yeah, absolutely, man. The expectations are through the roof. But I did say in my press conference that, if we hadn't beat Texas, then I wouldn't be sitting here as the head coach. So I can't be afraid of those expectations that were created. We're going to attack them. We're not going to run from them. But I'm excited, man. I love ACU. I love being here, and I'm excited to be the head coach.
All right, we'll continue with our playoff coverage. This is VypeFortBend.com. Thanks so much, Brett Tanner, and good luck in this coming season for ACU.
First Tire and Automotive heard you were thinking of starting your holiday shopping earlier this year, so the season of giving starts now. $15 off oil changes, $100 off 4 tires, and save on just about any service. Head to the website firsttireandauto.com and claim your savings. First Tire and Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointments today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. firsttireandauto.com.
Welcome to halftime on VypeFortBend.com, and our score is Ridge Point 35 and Cy-Fair 6. We're very honored to be joined by a guy who is very impactful on the lives of many teenagers throughout Fort Bend ISD and schools all over Greater Houston. Todd Dillingham, who along with his brother Taylor co-owns the Houston Balfour franchise. Welcome in, Todd, and how are you feeling today? Or tonight, rather.
Thank you, Roger. Everything's great, man. Just happy to be here and happy to be able to support my Fort Bend and Lamar Consolidated schools.
Now, we've got all 11 schools out of Fort Bend, and also Foster and Lamar Consolidated, as well as Fulshire, and scores, literally scores of other high schools around the greater Houston area who count on Balfour to supply them with class rings and championship rings if they need one, letter jackets, and they have trophies and plaques and displays of all kinds. And when people graduate, they are a well-known supplier and distributor of graduation products and accessories. So talk about the history of you and your brother with Balfour here locally.
Yeah, Roger. My brother Taylor and I have been in the business. It's a family business. My father was in the business for 42 years. I'm in my 21st year. My brother's in his 17th year. And we've been serving the Houston area for a long, long time. Balfour's about a 100-year-old company. We source the best products across the country, make sure we get these kids the best things they can to commemorate the things that they've earned throughout their high school career. And we just want to be able to be a part of these schools and make sure the kids have everything they need to be successful and to create memories for years to come.
So I think back to when I was in high school, and that's hard to do. It was so very long ago, and long ago for you, but not as long as it is for me. We really treasured these things, the rings, the letter jackets, and any trophies that we earned and things like that. Is there anything about the digital age that makes it a little bit tougher sell for the kids? I'm sure it's not a tough sell for the parents and grandparents, but how about for the kids? Do the kids really value these things as much as the older folks in their families do?
Interesting question, Roger. Throughout the years, things have changed. Today, class rings are something that's kind of an older tradition. Students love the letter jackets. People earn them. They earn it for anywhere from not only sports, but for academics, for clubs they're involved in. Graduation is going to be always important for them. With graduation, we have different types of graduation announcements now that are digital. We have QR codes where kids can actually upload pictures for graduation and put them in their graduation announcements. So we have lots of different things that have to try to stay up to the ages of where these kids are and where they are technologically. We want to stay savvy there. But then on top of all that stuff, the one thing that we still are very relevant in is championship rings. We've had lots of schools in Fort Bend win different types of state championships. We've done track rings for Marshall. We've done soccer rings for Clements. I've done basketball rings for Bush. Done basketball rings for Travis. We've done lots of different types of championship rings and hopefully to do quite a few more in the years to come in Fort Bend ISD and Lamar Consolidated.
Todd Dillingham of Balfour, I'm really impressed. You didn't miss a beat on all of our crowning achievements, really, basically, during this century for teams out of Fort Bend ISD. We're going to take a break and be back on Halftime. VypeFortBend.com. Todd Dillingham of Balfour is our guest. We'll be right back.
Now scoring is Harley Kersey. Your band may take the field.
Welcome back to Halftime on VypeFortBend.com. We are your broadcast home for Fort Bend County sports, and our halftime guest, or one of them tonight, is Todd Dillingham of Balfour. And when we think about things like Balfour's, what they make, their class rings and championship rings, letter jackets, trophies, plaques, and all kinds of displays, as well as graduation products and accessories. They're mementos. Sometimes I think we save them forever. Sometimes a few of these things might get lost. Like the graduation cap and gown. I guess you never really need that for anything other than a costume party. But let's go back in the Wayback Machine for Todd Dillingham as a teenager and an athlete at Stratford High School. Tell us about some of your experiences as a student athlete at Stratford.
At Stratford High School, I was involved in quite a few different teams. I played on the baseball team, played on the football team. Some of the best years of my life. I still treasure those moments and wish I could always go back. But at that same time, the one thing I do have, I still have my letter jacket. I still have my patches from football. I still have my patches from baseball, and it helps me go back and commemorate the different things that I was able to achieve in high school. And those are the golden years of your life. Enjoy it while you can, and it's high school's the best. It's nice to be at a job where I can help commemorate those different things for these students for years to come.
So what was your class year, if you don't mind me asking?
Roger, it was class of 1997 at Stratford High School.
Any brushes with greatness? Did any of your classmates and or teammates go on to something famous and wonderful where you can brag about knowing someone?
Funny you ask that. I believe my grade at Stratford High School is probably the worst athletic grade ever to come through the school. Stratford High School, though, on a different note, is the home of Andrew Luck. So that's about the biggest claim to fame Stratford has. Had some good teams in the late 70s and late 80s, but besides that, we're just fighting like everyone else is to get a few wins on the board.
And something else, something that my family and I discovered on YouTube one summer. The Stratford band and the entire student body did this one-take video. I don't know if you're familiar with it. I don't know when it was done, maybe around 2004, 2005, somewhere in there. It was just amazing. They had lip sync of recorded music. It was awesome. Are you familiar with what I'm talking about?
Roger, I'm not. I have seen some schools in Fort Bend ISD do that. Ridge Point did something like that. I think Dallas High School did something like that, but that's pretty cool. And again, it's back to why high school is the best. You can always get the best memories and always create the best things in high school.
And another thing about Stratford, 1978, they had an undefeated state championship football team featuring Craig James, who is in the Texas High School Football Hall of Fame. We did an interview earlier this year with Mike Anderson, who's the president of that outfit. And I don't know if you know this as a Stratford grad. Way back when the 1978 seniors on the 78 football team, they were class of 79, back when they were freshmen, they had T-shirts made to go under their shoulder pads that said 15-0 in 1978. 3 years before they would complete that mission, they truly went 15-0 in 1978, beat Plano in the Astrodome to capture the state championship. I'll never forget that team. So I don't suppose there have been any alumni mixers where you've run into Craig James?
No, sir. He's a little bit before my time, but I'd love to meet the man, and he is a legend in his own mind. So it's Stratford High School, class of 1997. We're still waiting for a legend, but maybe someday somebody will make something of themselves.
And at the risk of people thinking the announcer of the football games is an old geezer, I like to tell history lessons. So many school districts around Houston used to have one high school and have ballooned and grown, and they have multiple high schools. But Spring Branch is kind of an anomaly. Back when I was, maybe 10 years old, Conroe started playing against the Spring Branch schools. And there were more Spring Branch schools then than there are now, because you had a school called, you had Spring Branch High School and you had Westchester. Those two have closed, but you still have Memorial, Stratford, Northbrook, and who am I leaving out? Springwoods. So Spring Branch is an interesting place, and I was wondering, do you still make your home there?
I do, Roger. Actually, it's funny you ask. My parents both taught at Spring Branch High School. That's actually how they met. But yes, this is home. It's been home for my parents. It's been home for my brother. We all live in Spring Branch ISD. Our office is in Spring Branch ISD. So this has been home for as long as I've been around on this earth.
Well, we really appreciate you being our guest. That's Todd Dillingham, the co-owner of Balfour in Houston. Now, I realize that you have deals with all the schools, so you make sure any student who wants something can get something. But let's say there's a student who, for whatever reason, might want to just kind of go their own way in ordering from you. Can they get products from you? And if so, how can they do that?
100%. Roger, you can always use Balfour.com. Balfour.com is a great site. You can actually go on, design class rings. You can look at championship rings if you want a championship. They're on a one-off, any type of event or anything like that. You can always contact us. Graduation products are available online. You can always come to our office as well. Again, we're located in Spring Branch. I always swing down to our office. We're open 5 days a week. We have nice customer service here, bilingual customer service to help anybody out that needs help with any type of graduation goods, supplies, or accessories.
Well, thank you so much for what you do, because you love to look back on a very happy youth and some of the greatest memories you ever had, some of the best friends that you have ever had. You keep those friends for a lifetime, and these things that help us remind us of those good times, those are great to have. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Roger. I appreciate the time, and let us know if you guys ever need anything from Balfour.
We will continue with halftime on VypeFortBend.com. Don't go away.
How's it going?
Good.
Hyper fans, this game is being broadcast live on VypeFortBend.com as well as replayed, absolutely free. Also streaming on TexanLive.com.
Okay, everybody. Thanks for sticking with us through halftime. It's 35-6. Ridge Point leads it, and they are about to kick off to start the third quarter. And I had a little technical problem where the thing that plays the commercials and the interviews stopped working exactly like it should, and that's why you heard a little bit of, well, not silence, just, crowd noise and nothing else. All right, Austin Bowen is going to kick it off for Ridge Point, has it teed up at the 40-yard line. Cy Fair will receive, trailing 35-6, and will try to move the football from left to right, that is to say from north to south here at Rhodes Stadium in the second round of the playoffs. And I'll give you some scores as I can pass them along to you. The Hightower game is over, the one that they played against Georgetown. Bowen hooks the kickoff, and it goes out of bounds on the near side.
He's out of bounds, flag on the play.
So as they try to figure out exactly where to put the football, let's see if I can get that final score. It is Hightower 45 and Georgetown 29. Congratulations to the Hightower Hurricanes. They are moving on to the next round to face probably Manville. To be honest with you, I can't remember exactly who Manville is playing. But the winner of the Manville game against whomever is going to be the next opponent for the Hightower Hurricanes. All right, Cy Fair from their own 30. That's where they placed the ball after Bowen kicked it out of bounds. And Arrington is going to throw it out of the Wildcat, and he throws it deep, and it's incomplete. And Arrington is a great runner, but passing is not his strong suit, and so he throws incomplete. Walker Aycock on the defense on that play where the pass was intended. I'm sorry if I'm mistaken about this. I think Kyle Chambers was the intended receiver. All right, here we go. Second down and 10 from the 30 for Cy Fair. And they have Owens back in at quarterback. Play fake, and he throws behind his receiver, incomplete. Trying to get it to Owen Carter, and he was open, but he had to leave his feet and reach backward. He did get his hands on the football. Ridge Point had picked up 3 turnovers in the first half. One was an interception that led to a short touchdown drive. They had a scoop and score fumble recovery and another fumble recovery where they ended up in a pile near the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 10. Owens drops straight back. He does have time, steps up in the pocket, throws, and it's caught. Got a first down at the 45-yard line. Bravely, Kyle Chambers went up for it. He was blasted by Alejandro Colbert, but he hung on, and it's a first down for the Bobcats. Just underway in the 3rd quarter, and Ridgepoint leads it 35-6. Ridgepoint folks, if you have a reason to drive to Garland tomorrow, why not listen to the VypeFortBend.com podcast of this football game as you drive, and you would be driving for volleyball reasons. Owens throws it far sideline, and it's incomplete. Ryan Ramey, great coverage. He knew exactly what the guy he was covering, Owen Carter, was trying to do, and the only thing for the quarterback, Owens, to do is just heave it out of bounds, and he did. Now, Ridgepoint is keeping the same defense on the field, but Cy-Fair is bringing on the Wildcat package again, and Arrington will take the direct snap. Looks like they brought in at least 5 different players from the personnel package they had out there when Owens was playing quarterback. See how Ridgepoint adjusts to Arrington running in the first half. He was pretty successful, and there's a good gain. Gets across the 50, carries it to the Ridgepoint 49. And that will leave him, after that 6-yard gain, 4 yards shy of the first down. 3rd and 4, and the Bobcats need to get to the Ridgepoint 45 in order to keep this drive going, or at least to avoid going for it on 4th down in a gotta-have-it situation. Well, we have news from up in Garland, where Ridgepoint is playing Fort Worth Keller in a state semifinal volleyball match, hoping to get a chance to meet San Antonio Brandeis in tomorrow's 5 p.m. state championship match. There goes Arrington over the left side, gets outside the numbers, gains the first down. He's inside the 40 to the 38-yard line on the 6th play of the drive. And it started at the 30-yard line. And Cy-Fair not really in a hurry to get things going between plays. They send Owens back in. Fake handoff. Flushed out of the pocket to the right. Looking way down the field. He's got a wide open man, and it is caught for a touchdown. Owen Carter hauls it in from 39 yards out, and not only is it bad that Cy-Fair scored so easily on their first possession of this second half, but also James Eaglin, the defensive tackle for Ridgepoint, is face down near the line of scrimmage, and the trainers are checking him out. Now he's rolling over on his back, and hopefully he's going to be okay. But they can't have the extra point by Danny Bahena until they get Eaglin off the field. So that was an Archer Volkswagen touchdown scoring drive that took 2 minutes and 1 second off the clock. It covered 70 yards, 7 plays, capped off by a 39-yard touchdown pass from Trey Owens to Owen Carter, both sophomores, and they could be a pretty solid pitch and catch combination at Cy-Fair here for the next couple of seasons. And that gets the score within 35-12, and meanwhile, Eaglin is still out there, and we'll take a timeout and be back on VypeFortBend.com. It's 35-12 with an extra point to come.
Hello, I'm Gary Horn with Horn Solutions. We agree with energy analysts that the energy market has stabilized. We anticipate significant merger and acquisition activity. Good resources are scarce. Horn Solutions is positioned to assist you in accounting, finance, IT, and supply chain. Our staff can assist you with outsourcing, or we can supply you with resources to join your staff. Visit hornsolutions.net for details.
Gary Horn is a highly successful businessman who has made a huge impact in people's lives, and he loves what he does for a living. That's a big reason why Gary Horn and Horn Solutions support Get a Great Gig. Get a Great Gig is a free job search consultation service that will help you find a job you love, whether it's to make more money or get personal fulfillment in the career of your choice. Email them at getagreatgig@gmail.com or on Twitter at getgreatgigs.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Okay, we're back. Danny Bahena's extra point kick was good to make it 35-13. Cy-Fair still trailing by 22 points with 9:59 to go in the third. And James Eaglin got up, walked off, and then when he got to halfway between the hash marks and the numbers on the near side, then he broke into a sprint. And the Ridgepoint fans really showed their appreciation. It was a great moment. So it looks like Eaglin is okay. And now it's an onside kick attempt, and Ridgepoint, it's recovered by Cy-Fair. The Bobcats grabbed it right before it went out of bounds near the 43. And the old BFND Bobcat fight never dies is looking like it's alive and well here early in the third quarter. 35-13, Ridgepoint leading. All right, so I'm going to keep you up to date on volleyball best that I can. And hey, Ridgepoint beats Keller in the, not the whole thing, okay? Relax. The first game, the reason I'm so excited that Ridgepoint beat Keller in the first game of their best of 5 state semifinal volleyball match is because Ridgepoint had been down. And so they came back to win. And I got a little too excited, and I didn't want to deceive you. All right, Owens in the pistol. Bobcats get the ball right back after scoring, and Owen Carter breaks a tackle on a hit screen. Taylor Davis hits him, and then a host of Panthers arrive and bring him down after a gain of only 1. So I have to say, one thing I'm impressed with Cy-Fair is Trey Owens, their young sophomore quarterback, very talented. He had the fumble that was scooped up and run back for a touchdown by Ryan Ramey of Ridgepoint. That's good alliteration, isn't it? Anyway, they took him out for a series or two, but they put him back out there, and he's played well. Clearly, his confidence is not shattered. Now on 2nd down and 9, they give him a clean pocket. He steps up near the line of scrimmage and throws a safety valve, complete for a 1st down and more near the 30. Got the ball to Sebastian Villarreal. That is a 1st down. Think of First Tire and Automotive for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttireandauto.com. And it looks like Cy-Fair is bringing a whole bunch of different players out there, including Landon Arrington, listed as a wide receiver, but they have him take the direct snaps from center. He has only thrown 1 pass out of this formation. He takes the snap, runs to his left, slips after a gain of 2, maybe 3, and Taylor Davis came up, and it looked like he was about to decapitate Mr. Arrington. And Arrington just kind of slid, you know. 3-yard gain, 2nd down and 7. And on comes what I'm going to call the passing unit for Cy-Fair. Except I don't see Owens out there. So it is still Arrington and not Owens who apparently is going to take the snap. But several good receivers out there. Arrington runs to the right, and he's hit at the line of scrimmage. Wow, look at that. Mason Hall, the brick wall, hit him low. No, he hit him high. And Taylor Davis hit him low. And that doesn't feel good. And there was a little bit of hesitation as Arrington saw who was coming. It looked like a hole had opened for him, and when here came the purple rain, the purple wave, whatever you want to call it, the purple haze, depending on your generation, he slowed down and was trying to escape. Now Owens is back out there on 3rd and 7. He drops back out of the spread, looking near sideline, throws, and the pass is incomplete. He threw it short of his intended target, Villarreal. And it's 4th down and 7 to go, and trailing by 22 with 7:11 to go. I'm sure Cy-Fair is going to go for the first down. They don't want to waste this opportunity that they got by recovering the onside kick following the touchdown that made it 35-13. Owens with 2 receivers on the left side. Owen Carter is the one in the slot. Owens drops back, and he throws near sideline. He's got a catch and a first down. 10-yard line, fighting down to the 6 as he got it to Villarreal again. Mason Hall made the tackle. And I'll tell you what, that Villarreal has some great moves after he catches the football. And Cy-Fair is alive in this ball game. They still trail 35-13, but they convert on 4th and 7. 1st and goal at the 6. That's a first down. Think of First Tire and Automotive for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttireandauto.com. Arrington back out there. Now they'll run the Wildcat. Ball on the right hash mark. Arrington running left, and he's hit near the line of scrimmage. Cortez Nichols hit him first, and the ball came out. Bug on the rug. But they said the whistles had blown. Oh, boy. That would have been fun. It might have been a scoop and score for Ridgepoint that would have covered more than 80 yards, but they ruled that Arrington was down before the ball had been ripped out. Cortez Nichols was all over him like ugly on an ape. And here we go with a 2nd down and goal from the 6-yard line. It's still Arrington in the shotgun formation. Takes the snap, moving to the left. Here comes the pursuit by Ridgepoint. Gets outside the numbers, hit near the sideline, and I think he was pushed out by Shashery for a loss of 1, or at best, no gain. Actually, I guess he gained a yard. He's just inside the 5. Pickup of 1. And it's 3rd down and goal from right there. Meanwhile, up in Garland in the state semifinal volleyball match, the Ridgepoint girls are up by 1 game to none in the best of 5 over Fort Worth Keller, 25-22. 5:08 to go in the 3rd, and Arrington with the ball on the left hash, ready to take the snap. And wait a minute, a whistle prior to the snap, and I think that's going to be against Cy-Fair. Yeah, that'll back him up to about the 10. And it'll be 3rd and goal from there, as the guilty party on the false start is Blessed Adewumi. And I'm thinking, going back to the 10, the logical thing would be put Owens out there at quarterback. He's the better passer, but they're going to leave Arrington in there. 3rd and goal from just inside the 10. And it's a reverse. And now it's going to be a pass, a Philly special, and it's a touchdown. They get it to Villarreal, and the passer was Kyle Chambers. Chambers lined up on the left side of the formation. Took the ball on a reverse, and it wasn't exactly a Philly special, because a Philly special has to go back to the guy who took the snap in the first place, and that's not exactly what happened. So that cuts it to 35-19. Indeed, Bobcat fight never dies, and they're trying to add the extra point with Danny Bahena. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 35-20 with 4:37 to go in the 3rd quarter. Folks, this one ain't over. We'll be back.
You work hard, so you deserve the good things in life, like getting an amazing deal on awesome internet. That's why there's never been a better time to switch to Xfinity. Get the fast and reliable internet you deserve for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. And for the first time ever, ask how to get 12 times the speed for the same internet price when you add Xfinity Mobile. Just imagine. Faster downloads, more streaming, the possibilities are endless. That's more speed and more value for the same price. Oh yeah, and for a limited time, ask how to get $300 back. So what are you waiting for? Sign up now, because you deserve awesome internet. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 11/21/21. Restrictions apply. New Connect Internet 50 megabits per second customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply.
If Ridgepoint was surprised by an onside kick before, they shouldn't have been. And now it is a deep kick by Bahena, and Charlo takes it between the 25 and the 30, and it's a short return out to the 25, but flags come in late. And unless Ridgepoint gets bailed out on a face mask call or something like that, it's probably going to be a hold or an illegal block. And we'll turn up Kevin Upham, our referee, and he'll let us know what the call is going to be.
Illegal block, blocking below the waist on return, team number 25. Half distance goal, first down.
Okay, that's brutal. Half the distance to the goal on Zarek Earls, called on the illegal block below the waist, so the ball is at the 15-yard line. Well, that's actually, I guess, a 15-yard penalty. So he ran it back, he being Charlo, ran it back to the 30-yard line, so 15-yard penalty and half the distance to the goal are the same thing in this case. Ridgepoint backed up to its 15-yard line. Bert Emanuel Jr. takes the snap, hands it off up the middle. Ezel Jolly carrying, and I think he got about 4 to the 19. So good, solid running game by Ridgepoint would be just the ticket at this juncture of the game, as we'll be under 4 minutes to play in the third quarter when they snap it the next time on 2nd and 6. Get the chant of defense from over there on the Cy-Fair side. Emmanuel looks like he's making some kind of signal, making sure everybody's got it. Here we go, 2nd down and 6 from the 19. Blitz threatened by Cy-Fair. Emmanuel flushed out of the pocket. He gets a gain, but it's a short one. It's a 2-yard gain, and he fumbled. The ball is loose, and the Bobcats have it. I think. No official signal. Actually, it's still going to be Ridgepoint football. I guess they were kind of wrestling with Emmanuel after he was already down at the 20. So it was a gain of 1. It'll be 3rd and 5. The ball did come out, but after BJ's rear end or his elbow or something, or his knee, something had touched the ground while he was still in possession of the football, ending the play. 3rd and 5. This is a big one. Cy-Fair has the momentum. Late blitz. Emmanuel flushed out of there. Easy run for the first down. Across the 30. Far sideline. Still going. Across midfield. And he's still going. He's still in bounds. And he's gone. B.J. Emmanuel, lightning strikes, an 80-yard touchdown run, and that breaks the backs of the Cy-Fair Bobcats. No flags, and nobody's back there saying that he stepped out of bounds. One of the things that I had noted in the first half, late in the first half, was that Ridgepoint was dominating, and they really were not dominating because of amazing, earth-shaking things that B.J. Emmanuel was doing, as it so often happens. Well, there is his hugest play of the night, an 80-yard run. Holden Gray on to add the extra point. It is blocked and picked up by Cy-Fair, and this may be something as they're running down the far sideline, but a great job saving what could have been a 2-point play the other way, as Ethan Anderson grabbed the extra point kick, and Holden Gray's plant foot, his left foot, slipped as he was about to swing his right leg toward the football, and so it bounced off somebody's helmet or shoulder or something. And the play that was made that really made the difference there. Peyton Doucette tackled Ethan Anderson. It was 32, tackling 32, and that prevented a 2-point play. All right, it is 41-20, Ridgepoint on top. They get back to a 3-touchdown lead, and we'll be back on VypeFortBend.com.
Hello fans, this is Bradley Stavanaugh with Needville Insurance. We know Fort Bend County. I'm a 4th generation resident of Fort Bend. I'm your local, hometown, trusted agent. With over 30 carriers and 9 auto insurance carriers, we shop the insurance for you. We know insurance is hard. We know it's complicated. We make it easy for you. We have Spanish speakers here available for you. Call us at 979-793-7411 or needvilleinsurance.com. Once again, call us 979-793-7411.
Holden Gray to kick off for the Panthers. Speeds up as he gets close to the football. Did I say Holden Gray? If I did, I meant Austin Bowen. And Austin Bowen, I hope Austin kicking means that nothing bad happened to Holden Gray on that extra point attempt where his plant foot slipped, and I guess nothing happened to him because he looks like he's standing there. He's not getting any attention from the trainers or anything like that. So looks like it's all good, and both kickers for Ridgepoint are Hale and Hardy. 2:48 to go in the third, and Cy-Fair, which keeps on fighting, is down 41-20, and now Owens is back out there at quarterback. His running back next to him is Zacchaeus Baines. Zacchaeus not as short as you might think he would be, being named Zacchaeus. From the 30, after the kickoff went out of bounds, there goes Baines running right outside the numbers. Big gain across midfield, and Taylor Davis slings him out of bounds like a wash rag at the 44 of Ridgepoint. But that's a 26-yard run by Zacchaeus Baines.
27 Davis on the tackle would be a Bobcat first down.
Wouldn't it be funny if he grew up to be an accountant, or a tax collector? Even funnier, tax collector. And now there's a whistle before the snap, and Owens is upset. I think we've got a false start on the Bobcats. So instead of 1st and 10 at the Ridgepoint 44, it'll be 1st and 15 from the Ridgepoint 49. So I wonder if you talk to Coach Rick LaFavors after this game, if Ridgepoint hangs on, and right now they lead 41-20, would he say he's still looking for his team to play a complete game? Because they have had poorer defensive performance in the third quarter. There's a pass over there to the left side, and I think that pass was off the turf and should be called an incomplete pass, but they're going to say that Owen Carter caught it. I really don't think so, but it's a 7-yard gain. Carter is ushered out of bounds at the 37. So it's 2nd down and 3 from there. They have some new lights here at Old Rhodes Stadium in Katy, and they're great. They really do light up the field beautifully. If you're a photographer, this is a good place to take pictures at night. 2nd down and 3. Owens hands it off to Baines, trying to get left. He gets the first down. He's near the sideline and gets out at the 29-yard line. Dalton Plitt and Chashery, and on the tackle for Ridgepoint. But that's a first down. Think of First Tire and Automotive for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttireandauto.com. You notice, if you hang around Cy-Fair very long, you realize you see the BFND, which means Bobcat Fight Never Dies. But as I was doing some preparation for Patrick Kinnick's call of the game between Hightower and Georgetown, I noticed something, which I'll tell you about after this 1st and 10 play from the 30. Owens drops back, throws near sideline. Leaping catch! No, it's incomplete. The pass falls incomplete. Kyle Chambers almost had it. And who should I give credit to for knocking the ball out of there? It was Terrence Howard. Howard had an interception in the first half. So it'll be 2nd down and 10. Anyway, let's see. What was I saying? It was, the Georgetown Athletic Department site. You know, they're a one-school ISD. And they have EFND, Eagle Fight Never Dies. But the Eagles did get beat by Hightower tonight. And there is a run up the middle by Cy-Fair, and it's a tackle for loss. Cameron Richardson busts through and grabbed Baines. It's a 4-yard loss, and it'll make it 3rd and 14. So it would be good for the Ridge Point defense to get off the field quickly in the usual way right here. Although trailing by 21, and we've got 15 seconds left in the third, the clock is still ticking. Cy-Fair would probably go for it here. 3rd down and 14. Owens drops back. Here comes a late rush. Wally got him! James Wally just blew him up way back at the 46. And I think that Cy-Fair might punt now. James Wally came through clean. Owens didn't see him, and it wasn't from the blind side. Bang, zoom, but not to the moon. We are done with the third quarter. It is 41-20, Ridge Point over Cy-Fair, and we'll be back. This is VypeFortBend.com.
Interested in Vype Campus? Vype Campus brings our popular citywide media days right to your doorstep. As a Vype Campus client, we will work with you to help you take advantage of our unique campus model to build a unique experience for your school. From media day photo shoots of all your athletes to game day coverage, broadcasts and live streams, video and digital content, hype videos, the Vype U program, same-day graphics, and of course your very own campus magazine, Vype Campus is truly whatever you want it to be. Email info@vypemedia.com to find out how to join Vype Campus today.
This is one of the quickest transitions from the end of one quarter to the beginning of one another that I've ever seen, but Cy-Fair ready to punt on 4th and 25. And that ball, I think, is going to get to the end zone. Yes, it does.
Harrington's punt goes into the end zone. Touchback for the Panthers.
So that's a 45-yard punt with no return, but if you have something called the effective punt average, EPA, then that's not a very good punt because Ridge Point will get it at the 20. You know, the punt touchback is the 20 and the kickoff touchback is the 25. So I noticed that as Ridge Point goes out there with a lead of 41-20 in this first minute of the fourth quarter, they have 2 tight ends, Preston Cooper and Carter Groen. One running back, that is Ezel Jolly. He gets it on the first play and avoided a tackle for loss. He could have been hit 2 yards deep in the backfield, but he ended up getting a 4-yard carry up the middle to the 24.
Anderson, number 32 on the tackle.
32, Anderson makes the tackle, Ethan Anderson. Ridge Point not in any hurry between plays. Emmanuel drops back. Throws one quickly to Marvin Session, who didn't make. It looked like he was trying to run a comeback route, and Emmanuel threw it like he was expecting Session to make a hard cut toward the sideline. So it's incomplete to make it 3rd down and 6 with 11:21 to go in the fourth. Now the tight ends leave the football field, and you've got Charlo, Pasapia, Batiste in there as wide receivers, and you've got Dossett going in motion. A little screen pass to Jolly on the left side. He's got an escort. He's fighting for the first down, and he got really close to it. The question is, did he get to the 30-yard line? Depends on the spot, and they say, yes, it is a first down. That is a first down. Think of First Tire and Automotive for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttireandauto.com. In the second game of that best-of-5 state semifinal volleyball match in Garland, Ridge Point, which already leads 1-0, is tied with Keller, 17 all. On 1st and 10, they go back to the ground game. Jolly right up the middle, gets 10, gets more, still going, 50-yard line, Far sideline outside the numbers. One man to beat. Can he stay in bounds? No, he goes out at the 25. A huge run by Ezel Jolly. 55-yard run. And now Ridgepoint, which had just executed so solidly but not made the plays in the huge chunks on offense in the first half, is starting to get those big chunk plays, including an 80-yard run for touchdown by Bert Emanuel in the third quarter. Give to Dossett, running off the right side, and he picks up 5 to the 20. Hit hard by Ethan Anderson, who's making his presence felt throughout this ball game. He also gave some credit to Desmond Fraley for getting maybe half of that tackle. And the gain was 4 yards, not 5, for Mason Dossett. Give to Jolly, running left, battling through all the bodies, and gets down to the 15, short of it. Not quite a first down. It'll be 3rd and 1. Getting up off the bottom of the stack. It was Landon Rink who made the tackle. He is just a freshman. Xfinity is the future of awesome, and we think that young Landon Rink has an awesome future as a sophomore, playing good defense for the Cy-Fair Bobcats. 3rd and 1. Emmanuel takes the snap, gives it to Dossett. Dossett gets the yard he needed plus one more, and that'll move the sticks for Ridgepoint. They lead 41-20, and they get it to the 14. And now they have burned off the first 3 minutes of this fourth quarter. Trying to get an opportunity to play either Atascocita or Dickinson. Emmanuel, fake handoff, throws right corner, looking for Session, and it is incomplete. He reached out and disappeared from my view, but I could tell because the Ridgepoint fans didn't go nuts that he did not make the catch. But no worries, it's only 2nd down. If Ridgepoint goes in here and gains a 4-touchdown lead, then I will go to the scoreboard and give you as much playoff action information as I possibly can. BJ Emanuel and the Panthers trying to ice this one. Hands it off to Jolly off the left side. Gets past the line of scrimmage and doesn't move real fast through that rugged Bobcat defense, but he is finding slivers of daylight
31 on the tackle
and running very effectively. But now we got a 3rd down and 5.
About 6 for the Panthers.
Ridgepoint taking its time, play clock down to 18, and they are only just now starting to line up. Emmanuel looking at that play clock at the south end. Takes the snap. He wants to pass. Steps up, flush to the right. Looking in the right corner of the end zone. Actually, it's a throwaway. So that'll bring up 4th down, and maybe Ridgepoint will bring out a kicker, and they do. It's Holden Gray. So they won't end up with a 28-0 lead unless they do something crazy like fake it. I don't think they'll do that. So the ball will be on the left hash mark. And Holden Gray is putting it down at the 17-yard line, so it'll be a 27-yard attempt for the Panthers to extend their 41-20 lead. Carson Gordon will hold. Good snap and hold. Gray gets it in the air. It hits the left upright and misses to the left. It grazed the left upright and it's no good. So the Panthers kill off more than 4 minutes of clock time. 4 minutes and 5 seconds to be exact, but they get nothing out of it. And so Cy-Fair still has a puncher's chance. Actually, that's not an accurate description, because if you a puncher's chance means if you throw one really good punch. then you could pull it out. But Cy-Fair needs to throw at least 3 pretty good punches. Not as easy. All right, so I'm not going to go scorched earth on all the scores of other games at this point. Owens drops back on 1st and 10. Late rush. He's hit as he throws, and it's over the head of an open receiver. Owen Carter was open. And let's see, who was it that blasted Owens as he delivered the football? As he turns around, I believe that was Mason Hall, the brick wall. 2nd down and 10 for Cy-Fair from their own 20-yard line. All right, let's give you some scores. Sprinkle them in. Remember, it is Atascocita and Dickinson playing each other to meet the winner of this football game. Late throw to the 25-yard line for Cy-Fair as Owens got it to Villarreal. Shashery made the tackle. All right, other playoff games. The Spring Lions ranked number 8 in Class 5A Division 1, but they play in Region 2. They're 56-38, leading with less than a minute go in the third over Klein Kane. Pass to the right flat on 3rd down and a big conversion by the Bobcats to move the sticks. It's a 1st down. Think of First Tire and Automotive for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttireandauto.com. Kyle Chambers making the catch for a 7-yard pickup, and Terrence Howard made the tackle. Cy-Fair trying to get as many plays in as they can, and another throw to the sideline. And a gain of 7 more. Again, it is Chambers. Katy, 5 minutes to go in their game with Stratford. Number 2, Katy 56, and Stratford 7. Katy Tigers in Division 2. So there's no way that the Katy Tigers and Ridgepoint will meet in the playoffs. 2nd down and 7 for Cy-Fair. Clock stopped with 6:52 to go, and they trail Ridgepoint 41-20. Owens takes the snap, drops back. Here comes the late blitz. He runs away from it and throws the ball out of bounds on the far side to live to fight another play. Well, it looks like the season's going to end for the Angleton Wildcats. They were hanging in there against the Cedar Park Timberwolves, but it's 45-14 Cedar Park over Angleton with 10:16 to go in that one. Barbers Hill leading 28-27 over A&M Consolidated. 6:39 to go in the third. A long way to go in that one. Barbers Hill, the team that knocked the Marshall Buffs out of the playoffs. 3rd down and 3 for Cy-Fair. They go back to the ground game, but instead of getting the 1st down, they'll get a 2-yard loss. How about that? Mason Hall makes yet another tackle. He led the team in total tackles last week with 9 against Seven Lakes. And I'm sorry, I did not identify the running back on that previous play. It's 4th down and 5. About 6 minutes to go. Last hope probably right here for Cy-Fair. Owens drops back, stands strong, throws late, gets the completion to Chambers and a 1st down across the 50. He slipped down at the 47, and Cy-Fair will line up quickly. Earlier tonight, Hightower beat Georgetown 45-29. The number 24 ranked Tompkins Falcons in Division 1 beat Jersey Village 42-14. And I'll say something else about that in a moment. Owens throwing on 1st and 10, near sideline, incomplete, over the head of Villarreal. Okay, so the thing about Tompkins, they have an impressive football team. They are in Division 1. If Ridgepoint keeps winning, they might end up playing Tompkins, but it won't be next week. I think at the soonest it would be 2 weeks from now. But Tompkins beats Jersey Village 42-14. Cinco Ranch and Spring Branch Memorial will play each other tomorrow at 1 p.m. at Tully Stadium. Quick pass to the tight end by Cy-Fair, and it's incomplete. Owens, for the first time tonight, he targeted number 82, Cooper Stevens, a sophomore. A lot of talented young players for this Cy-Fair team. It's 3rd down and 10. Blitz shown by the Panthers. Owens might be changing the play. Clock is stopped with 5:48 to go. I got a score you might be interested in because it affects who Ridgepoint will play next week. Owens drops back. Here comes the rush, and down he goes. It's a sack by Calvin Alexander. Okay, 5:16 to go in the fourth quarter. It is Dickinson 21, Atascocita 19. Dickinson ranked 22nd in the state, right behind Ridgepoint, according to Dave Campbell's Texas Football. And Atascocita ranked 10th. But Atascocita's got to come up with something. They're 2 points down with 5:16 to go against Dickinson. 4th down and very long after the sack. 24 yards to go to be exact for Cy-Fair. And there's a whistle and a timeout. No, is it delay of game? A flag did go down. Yes, it is delay of game. Cy-Fair meant to call a timeout, didn't get it called in time. But we'll take a quick break and be back.
We take care of you, so you can take care of business. Office Depot Office Max.
Taking care of business.
Long pass by Cy-Fair on 4th and 29. And it's incomplete near the far sideline. And Ridgepoint, sorry, I drank a couple of carbonated beverages and I drank them too fast. I apologize. Anyway, Ridgepoint's going to send the offense back out there and try and spin some clock and kill off the final 4:45. We have a report from Garland. Keller has tied up the match with Ridgepoint. It's 1 game apiece. Ridgepoint won the first one, 25-22, and Keller won the second one, 26-24. Bert Emanuel going to still be out there at quarterback. Mason Dossett is his running back. Ashton Bethel Roman and Gabriel Bro are the wide receivers, and there are 2 tight ends out there, Carter Groen and Preston Cooper. Emanuel takes the snap, hands off to Dossett, running right, picks up 3, maybe 4. Grabbing his feet and waiting for help. Give credit on the tackle to Jackson Anderson.
Barza and Green on the tackle for the Bobcats.
We're under 4.5 minutes to go, and Ridgepoint is going to be heading to the next round. The question is, will they be taking on Dickinson or Atascocita? That game still very much in doubt. Look for a game here that I haven't told you about. Summer Creek leading Dawson 28-7, 8:28 to go in the fourth quarter. Carson Gordon is now out there playing quarterback for the Ridgepoint Panthers. And I presume that Bert Emanuel Jr.'s night is done. North Shore beating up on Clear Springs, 41-13 with 1:28 to go. Number 7 North Shore will advance. And there's a chance that Ridgepoint could beat North Shore again, the team that eliminated them from the playoffs last year. The only team to deal Ridgepoint a defeat thus far in 2021, C.E. King, leading Shadow Creek 39-14 going to the fourth quarter. C.E. King 39, Shadow Creek 14 starting the fourth. The Bridgeland Bears in Region 2 beating College Park out of the Woodlands 35-21. There's still 5 minutes to go, but Bridgeland is up by 14. Short running play by Ridgepoint. And by the way, while I was giving you scores, they had a 5-yard penalty for a false start. So now they face a 3rd and 12. The Stafford Spartans, going up against the mighty Kilgore Bulldogs from East Texas, are hanging in there. They're down 28-20 with 3:35 to go. Kilgore leading Stafford 28-20, 3:35 to go. Carson Gordon on 3rd and 11 is going to pass, drops back, stands strong, runs away from the pressure. Now he pulls it down across the 30, 25, near the sideline, goes out of bounds and gets the first down. Wait a minute. He's just, did he get the first down? Oh, it's a penalty against Ridgepoint. Okay, so that wipes down the run. So it won't be first down, but no worries. Ridgepoint is up 41-20 with 2:49 to go. What else we got? Barbers Hill, and no change in the score we had before for you. Barbers Hill leading 28-27 over A&M Consolidated. You already know that Hightower beat Georgetown 45-29. Tompkins beat Jersey Village 42-14. And that's about it. We'll try to give you any more volleyball information that we can as the evening rolls on. 3rd and very long for Ridgepoint. Carson Gordon setting up the screen pass. Dawson outside the numbers on the far side. Gets to the 40 and a flag comes in as he goes out of bounds. That'll be a very nice gain back to the first stick, which is at the 37, if it counts, but I don't think it's going to. Ridgepoint letting themselves get bitten by the penalty bug here late. So the question is, well, there's really not much question. Well, the question is, who will Ridgepoint play in football next week? It's either going to be Atascocita or Dickinson. We'll get an update on that game in a couple of minutes. Late, it was Dickinson leading 21-19. We do know that Ridgepoint will play at TDECU Stadium on the University of Houston campus, and it will be the second game of a playoff doubleheader. So Ridgepoint against either Atascocita or Dickinson. And a timeout is taken. Let's take one ourselves real quick here and be back on VypeFortBend.com.
First Tire and Automotive heard you were thinking of starting your holiday shopping earlier this year. So the season of giving starts now. $15 off oil changes, $100 off 4 tires, and save on just about any service. Head to the website firsttireandauto.com and claim your savings. First Tire and Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointments today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. firsttireandauto.com.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Ridgepoint punting on 4th and 12. Austin Bowen gets it to land inside the 10, and Ridgepoint tries to kill it, but it gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback with 2:28 to go. In the third game of that volleyball match, Keller leads Ridgepoint 12-6. The match is tied up 1 game apiece, best of 5. The winner to play San Antonio Brandeis tomorrow at about 5 o'clock. And if Ridgepoint's playing in that championship match, VypeFortBend.com will be there to bring it to you. So Cy-Fair goes out there for a couple of 1 or more offensive possessions to try and make this game closer. Tristan De La Cruz the senior, is out there at quarterback, and he's under center. Backs in an eye behind him, and he hands it off. Pretty good run across the 35-yard line, fighting to the 36, and that's it for Javon Buckley. He, too, a senior. All right, let's see if we can get you something on Atascocita and Dickinson.
First down for the Bobcats.
All right, still says Dickinson 21, Atascocita 19 with 34 seconds to go. And I'll bet we'll have a final on that one. And when there's a 2-point spread, no way it's going to go to overtime. Under 2 minutes to go. Cy-Fair runs the football. And they gain a couple of yards. I think that's about it, going off left tackle with Isaiah Miles, another senior who may be carrying the football for the last time. Cy-Fair, a very proud program. In 2018, they won the state championship, Class 6A Division II, and they beat Ridgepoint in the second round of the playoffs on their way to that title. De La Cruz in the spread now. 2nd down and 8. Throws a pass near the sideline. It is caught. But his receiver, instead of going out of bounds and saving time, Chris Johnson, cut back in toward the middle. It's a short gain. The clock keeps ticking. We're under a minute to go. Ridgepoint leading it by a score of 41-20. And they are going to head on to the next round. Will it be against Dickinson? Will it be against Atascocita? We shall see. 4 seconds to go, and it's still Dickinson 21 and Atascocita 19. And there goes De La Garza with a big run. Gets across midfield, gets across the Ridgepoint 45 to the 44. Stops the clock as he gets a first down. That's a first down. Think of First Tire and Automotive. For all your car care needs, check them out at firsttireandauto.com. 18 seconds to go. And now the clock is running again. De La Cruz taking the snap, dropping back, throwing far sideline. Catch is made. And the receiver gets out of bounds, I think. No, they said his forward progress was stopped before he went out. Actually, they did stop the clock. With 1 second to go, now the scoreboard says 0. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. It's over. Ridgepoint wins 41-20. All right, we will come back and give you some scores and hopefully a happy volleyball score from the third game of that match between Ridgepoint and Keller. This is VypeFortBend.com. Come on back.
You work hard, so you deserve the good things in life, like getting an amazing deal on awesome internet. That's why there's never been a better time to switch to Xfinity. Get the fast and reliable internet you deserve for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. And for the first time ever, ask how to get 12 times the speed for the same internet price when you add Xfinity Mobile. Just imagine. Faster downloads, more streaming, the possibilities are endless. That's more speed and more value for the same price. Oh yeah, and for a limited time, ask how to get $300 back. So what are you waiting for? Sign up now, because you deserve awesome internet. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 11/21/21. Restrictions apply. New Connect Internet 50 megabits per second customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
mean everything. We take care of you so you can take care of business. Office Depot Office Max.
Taking care of business.
First Tire and Automotive heard you are thinking of starting your holiday shopping earlier this year, so the season of giving starts now. $15 off oil changes, $100 off 4 tires, and save on just about any service. Head to the website firsttireandauto.com and claim your savings. First Tire and Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointments today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. firsttireandauto.com.
Welcome back to Rhodes Stadium in Katy, where the Ridgepoint Panthers are 41-20 winners over the Cy-Fair Bobcats. And guess what, folks? They're not playing Dickinson. They're playing Atascocita next. It's a rematch of last year's awesome game where Ridgepoint really flexed their muscles and came of age. Of course, the next week they lost to North Shore. But I think Ridgepoint's going to be ready for no matter who faces them in Region 3 and perhaps beyond this year. But Atascocita, the last report we had was that number 10 Atascocita was trailing 21-19 with 4 seconds left against Dickinson, and Atascocita evidently kicked a field goal on the final play of the game. Atascocita defeats Dickinson 22-21 on a field goal on the last play of the game. And I said that twice because some Cy-Fair coaches were walking by and they turned around and they looked like they wanted me to say it again. All right, so that's the thing that's important to us. There's one of 2 things that are important to us. Number 1, we now know that Ridgepoint plays Atascocita at TD-ECU Stadium the day after Thanksgiving, and we'll have it for you on VypeFortBend.com. All right, now I was hoping to get an update on Game 3 of the best-of-5 state semifinal volleyball match between our Ridgepoint girls and Fort Worth Keller. Keller leads at last report, and that comes courtesy of Evelyn Torres, head soccer coach and girls athletic coordinator at Ridgepoint. She's been texting me scores. Keller, last report, led Ridgepoint 12-6 during the 3rd game. So that will continue, and if Ridgepoint wins over Keller, then we will be in Garland tomorrow to bring you the match between Ridgepoint and the Brandeis Broncos out of San Antonio. They beat Bridgeland earlier this evening. All right. This VypeFortBend.com presentation of Ridgepoint Panther playoff football has been brought to you by Xfinity, the future of awesome. By First Tire and Automotive, with 4 great locations in Fort Bend County for the best prices on tires and everything else your vehicle needs to run at its very best. Visit FirstTireandAuto.com. By Archer Volkswagen on the Southwest Freeway, just inside the Sam Houston Tollway. They've been open since 1956, and they're ready to serve you. You'll feel like family when you're at Archer Volkswagen. By the Needville Insurance Agency. You'll get the very best rate on your car and home insurance when you put the Needville Insurance Agency to work for you. Bradley Stavanaugh and his team shop dozens of carriers, so you will pay the lowest premium possible. Call them at 979-793-7411 or go to needvilleinsurance.com. Again, Ridgepoint, a 41-20 winner over Cy-Fair. They had a lot of highlights in both halves, and they probably played their cleanest and most impressive half of the season in the first half, and they led 35-6 going to the break. Cy-Fair really fought back hard in the 3rd and 4th quarters, but they ran out of gas, and Ridgepoint had what it took. And the backbreaker play was an 80-yard touchdown run by Bert Emanuel Jr. So 41-20 is the final, and we know Ridgepoint will play Atascocita in the next round at TD-ECU Stadium at the University of Houston the day after Thanksgiving. It'll be the second of a football doubleheader at U of H, and we will be there for you. And what we hope to do is bring you the state championship volleyball match involving the Ridgepoint Panther girls tomorrow. But they are down 2 sets to 1, or 2 games to 1 to Keller. And so If Ridgepoint's girls can pull that out and earn the right to play tomorrow, we'll be in Garland. So that's it, I guess. I really appreciate you listening to us tonight. And let's see, someone else I need to thank by name. It's Mitchell. And honestly, I forgot Mitchell's last name. But he's back at Vype World Headquarters making sure that our signal is good. And thank you, Mitchell, for your work tonight. Merle Bertrand, Suna Venkat. And I also thank Patrick Kinnick and Kyle Harris for covering the Hightower broadcast. Hightower beat Georgetown tonight. So the Hurricanes move on in the playoffs, and so too do the Ridgepoint Panthers. Roger Smith saying goodbye from Katy Road Stadium, where one more time our final score was Ridgepoint 41 and Cy-Fair 20. Thank you for being with us. This is VypeFortBend.com, your broadcast home for Fort Bend County sports. We'll follow Ridgepoint and Hightower the rest of the way as far as they go. Roger Smith saying so long from Katy. Good night, everybody, and God bless.